popping off, boys.
Sick. Okay, we're gonna begin with a quote from Noxius Galvanor himself, the most prestigious wizard known in the world. Observing from the pinnacle of man, I see the near endless problems we face day to day. My fellow elves often ask me, what is stopping you from helping them? If you have the power to play God, then why don't you use it for good? Let me tell you. Who am I to play God? Who am I to bear the weight of every single man, woman, and child, taking care of their every need and want? Who am I to directly interfere in the order of the world when there is still knowledge we have yet to uncover? If you think I am an incarnation of some divine spirit, I pity you. I am merely but a man, and I will die like a man one day too. I am not your pillar of support, I am not your messiah, and I am most certainly not your god.
I like this guy.
The road so far, gentlemen. A city, a theater, a play, a woman with glimpses of the future, a man who can't remember his past, a man with a score to settle, and a man who wants to make the good times last, a dog that wants to learn its place, and a man who shall not reveal his face. These individuals, by either fate or sheer happenstance, have become interwoven into a plot to heed the call of revolution, beckoned by the actions of the few. From what they have seen, an authoritarian regime has seized the will of the people and bent it for their twisted ideology, that a world without magic is better for its assured survival. Some of you have lived long enough to see history repeat itself. Some of you are new to this experience. All of you, however, know that something needs to be done, and it is up to you if you believe you can change it. But revolution isn't the only obstacle that beckons your participation. Dark forces are mobilizing day by day, waiting for the opportune moment to reveal themselves. And the humorous part? No one even realizes it, nor dares seek the truth. What is Luxius Galvanor really doing this for? Just who is the man behind the mask? What really happened in Castle Tuscany? Where does Zarus, the Collector, fit into all of this? Only time will tell. Our individuals has evolved into a diverse group of heroes, borderline vigilantes. After saying yes to Celsius, the road is now yours to travel. With Luxius inbound to Veron, it is not a good idea to stay any longer. The only thing standing in your way now is the Zenithian countryside. Okay, so from last session, that was a big one. I think we started off with the battle in the underside of the academy.
Yes.
Where you fought two wax elementals. And
Come elementals.
What's up?
Come elementals.
Yeah, pretty much, yeah.
Come monster.
Yeah, you all successfully defeated the monsters and were teleported away with the help of Amelia, one of the students from Leola's academy. Using Old Fig's knowledge of the location, you accurately teleported to the entrance hall of Castle Tuscany, one of the few safe places you know exist nearby. With the students finally safe from harm, a surprise guest showed up at the castle, the man named Celsius. Celsius begged for your participation to help free Leola, and you all agreed. You made your way back to Veron, and by the middle of the night, you had a stellar intrusion, and Leola was able to bring you all back to Castle Tuscany with the remaining power she had left. Weakened, Leola lays in the Count's bed, and you all are in the entrance hall of Castle Tuscany. Let's activate the map.
Activate map!
And we got juice, we got everyone. Cool. So, it is midnight into very early morning. Celsius, along with 5 other people, are standing, kind of gathering themselves after the teleportation. Leola is, let's see, where did we leave off exactly? I think we already covered that part.
Broke into a huddle, and we discussed whether or not to join the revolution.
Yes,
Then,
you're right.
Krell was convinced by the idea that he could, in fact, kill the Collector if we went this path.
Excellent.
Yeah, and that we would be protected from the Collector by Celsius. That he would help. If I remember, like if he were to suddenly attack us.
Right.
Yeah.
Leola had declared her support for Celsius, although not immediately. So you all have broke out of your huddle. You have told Celsius that you accept his offer to join him on the road to revolution. Celsius turns back to the 5 men and introduces them to you. I'd like to introduce you to these fine gentlemen. This is Cash, Armand, Marsog, Lokchar, and Strannen. Oh, it's paused. Okay. They too possess innate magical abilities. Unfortunately for them, they were caught just near the shoreline as they tried sailing away from the city. Celsius points to each of the men as he introduced you to them. From the order he called them, Cash is a stout half-orc with short black hair and a piercing on his ear. Armand is a human of average height and build with his unkempt blonde hair. Marsog is a dwarf with a nose the size of a walnut. Both of his forearms are riddled with scars. Lokchar is a purple tiefling, horns shooting straight out from his head. And lastly, Strannen is another human, very tall but very lanky, sporting long black hair and a messy beard. The dwarf takes a step forward. Gentlemen and lady, I'm sure you have heard this plenty of time, but you've given us a second chance to fight the good fight. I hope to see you stick around for the foreseeable future. We're going to need all the strength we can muster if we have to take on the likes of Luxius. The others nod and agree.
I don't know if strength is something I could manage, but I'll do my best.
Oh, you got magic, you're just fine. Right, lads? As they all kind of nod and beckon.
You're here!
Celsius chimes in. Well, it has been a long night. I think everyone deserves some rest. With your permission, of course. Shall we shade the night here? To get our energy for the morning.
We have more than enough barrack space available. I've spent much time preparing them for anyone who'd like to come here.
Yes, make yourself at home like the ungrateful swine we have in there. I walk away.
Okay.
How rude.
They were very rude to me, okay, old fig? Very rude to me. We've been very nice and they've been very rude to me. And now I walk away. I go and sit down on this bench.
Okay.
Yeah, they're nice girls.
I'm assuming, old fig, you lead them to some barracks.
Yes, I'll show them all the barracks. We've gotten as much together as we could. Simple means this. We've only come into this castle recently.
Oh, is that so?
It was inhabited by our 2 friends. They didn't quite use as much space as we all have seemed to have done in the last 2 days.
Inhabited implies lived in.
What?
Nah, I agree. Have you ever met a good vampire?
Are you talking to me?
Yes, sir.
Oh, I don't think I've met one at all.
We have met 2.
There are more of rumors nowadays.
I've also met an evil one.
You've met 2?
2 good vampires and 1 evil vampire, and a few that I'm not sure if they're vampires or not.
3 within this amount of time?
It's been an eventful 2 days.
Yeah, that's very true.
We've also condemned a man to death. Hey, Celsius. We've also freed someone who was condemned to death. Leola.
No hard feelings.
And rescued 2 bitches. You know them.
Oh, yeah,
I looked at you, old fig. And, yeah, Celsius would know.
Yeah. Yes. Well, you are very interesting company, I will say that. But I am quite tired. I'm sure of the gentleman here, Marsog, Strannen, you all are waiting to get your rest as well.
Ryan.
Celsius does a little bow as he walks with old figure, you leading him out the hallway.
Yes, I'll show them through the barracks.
Okay. Celsius takes a little bow to Warzag and Krill or the gang as old fig leads her out.
I nod back to him.
Sir Everard and Leola go back upstairs.
Among the 5 that he just introduced to us, were there any elves?
No.
No? Okay.
Hey, Ryan.
Continue.
What's up?
What kind of armor is Sir Everard wearing?
I believe it's plate.
Is he wearing?
No, I don't think it was plate. It wasn't plate. It was you're wearing plate.
Yeah.
It was I believe it's some sort of mail.
Is it mail?
Chain mail.
Okay.
Chainmail, but with he's got a solid plate helmet. So
We talked about it last time, but I don't remember off the top of my head.
We not give him... Oh, we didn't. Alright, go ahead, Old Fig.
Oh, yes. Celsius.
Yes, Old Fig.
You had mentioned that you are in contact with the Viscount.
I am friends with him, but of course communication is limited these days.
That was my question. Actually, I have a letter that I've written to him. While we were biding our time yesterday, I wasn't able to get to him. I'll find someone else. That's all right.
No, don't worry.
I wouldn't want to impose on your... Really? I wouldn't want to impose on your security.
Don't worry. I know a thing or two about sending letters.
Right, well, if it puts your life in a situation, please don't do it. But it would help me out a lot. It would help a lot of people out, I think.
Don't worry. Not the chance.
Appreciate it.
It's the least I could do to repay you back.
Of course.
Okay. You take them to their... Oh, sorry.
What exactly... do you have a brief account of exactly what happened the day of the trial? In terms of how did they capture you? And I know that they were putting you on trial for using magic, but any details would be me in my learning, I think. How did you escape?
They got me by brute numbers. But getting captured was a good idea. Because then I was able to talk to Viscount Gilbert. Gilbert.
Wonderful, man.
Indeed.
What did you use? Someday you'll have to teach me, I think. Maybe not now. Someday you'll have to teach me that trick you used to get out of there.
That's going to be kind of difficult, Old Fig. I am a sorcerer. My powers are ingrained into my being. Teaching them is not as easy as a wizard teaching another wizard. We could certainly try.
What are you based in? What do you based in? Chaos or wild or conic origin? I don't see any scales, so probably not that one. Where do you get this? Where's the source of your magic?
That I don't know. It just happened.
Maybe it's just your pure soul.
I'd like to point out that during this conversation, like while Old Fig's asking him about his sorceress origin, Krell is like looking at his hand that's like covered with the corrupted veins, and he just kind of stops and looks back down at his blade.
Okay, Baba.
Yeah. No, I think I've learned a little bit more than you've shared, so that helps me out quite a bit.
Good. Hope I can give you more, but we must get back to bed.
Yes, it is time. I don't know if I've slept. Yes, I have slept, actually.
It is going to be a long day tomorrow. Lots of traveling ahead of us.
Hey, Ryan.
What's up?
I want to go to the forge.
Okay. You step outside. It is probably 12 to 1 a.m., so it's midnight.
Okay.
There's very little light except for what's coming from the flames inside the cathedral.
Okay.
The cathedral being the entrance of the castle.
I gotcha.
And also the forge.
Spark up the forge, and is there like a tool shed or something around here?
Yeah, there's one next to the forge.
Okay, like what kind of tools are in there, would you say?
Let's see, it's your standard complement of tools to work the forge. So you're going to have hammers, you're going to have, I don't even know what other, basically what you would,
tongs and shit like that, and gloves and all that.
Yes, exactly.
Okay, I was more looking for maybe some farming equipment or something. Is there anywhere in the castle? Okay.
And do you have dark vision?
I do.
Okay. Let's make a regular perception check.
Okay. 21.
Okay, excellent. Looking from the forge, you notice the stables across the end of the dirt road, which is inside of the walls, and you do find what appears to be several pieces of farming equipment.
Okay. I'd like to take a scythe or something. And
a scythe is what you
I'm gonna spend a couple hours to morph that scythe into a pickaxe.
Okay, yeah, you can try.
Okay.
Just give me an intelligence check.
I would be
blacksmith's tools check.
Yeah.
Oh, you're right. Yep. Go ahead and make that.
Where is my blacksmith tools check?
It's if you're proficient with blacksmith tools, then it's just a straight proficiency check.
How do you do a straight proficiency? Just D20 plus what?
D20 plus your proficiency.
Okay.
You could also add a chosen ability, whichever is most appropriate on the task. Like
guess,
if you're picking a lock, you could do dexterity or intelligence. You could use either of those attributes.
So it would be strength.
Yeah.
So that would be, what is my proficiency modifier? 2 plus 4, 6, 13.
Okay. You successfully start on making this scythe into a pickaxe, breaking the metal down from the scythe and forming it into the cast of the pickaxe.
Sick. That is all I'd like to do. I sleep at the forge, stay warm by the heat of the forge.
Okay. Krell, what are you doing?
Is anyone really up in the house right now? Or in the
no, after everyone coming back, Leola has talked to her girls. They've all gone back to their barracks. Leola is up in the count's room. Sir Everard is also wherever he would go. Reynold and Kib are going to sleep as well. Old Fig has taken Celsius and the 5 former captives into their own bunks. And Old Fig, I assume you're also going down to bed?
Perhaps.
Okay.
See what Krell does.
I'm thinking I might head up to the tower. And
okay.
From there, once I get up to the top of or actually, you know what? Prior to heading to the tower, I actually would like to look for some tools in the shed, if there is one. I'd like to find a shovel.
You easily find a shovel.
Okay. I'm going to take it because I know how this guy likes to smelt shit down. I'm going to take it before he can smelt it down. I want to hold on to just throw it in my bag or something.
Okay.
Is that fine?
You take the shovel and bring it back up with you to the tower.
Yeah. Then I'll go up to the tower and I think from this point on, how late is it?
It's probably closer to 1 a.m.
1 a.m. I think Krell would probably retire for the night.
Okay.
On his way up to the tower, I think I'll grab him real quick. Oh.
What is it?
How are you doing?
I'm doing fine.
In the last day or so, it seems you've become a little more cranky or sullen.
Well, walk with me. We can talk while we walk.
Yes, of course. You know, you don't have to sleep in the tower. There are plenty of rooms down here.
I prefer it up here. It's nice and alone. I get opportunities to think where I don't get to think with the gossip of girls running throughout the tower. There
are a lot. Yes, there are a lot of people here. I'll give you that.
Yes.
It does remind me of home a bit, though.
Does it?
Young people, older people, all running about. Significantly more magic, though. I'll give them that.
Yes, there is a lot of magic. My concern about this place is that we have sort of created a beacon of magic between what's her name? Leora?
Leola, yep.
Leola, yes.
Between Leola setting up a magical barrier around around the perimeter of the walls of this castle, and all of the magic users currently inhabiting it, we are a sitting duck, especially considering that our friend Luxius
Galvanor.
Yes.
Luxius Galvanor. Is that the one that's Luxius? Sorry, Luxius Galvanor.
Is the oldest, and he seems to be in charge.
And he's the one coming
is the oldest.
Noxius
so, okay,
is the strongest.
Yeah. Noxius is the oldest. Luxius is the second oldest. Trixius is the second youngest. And Axius is the youngest.
And Luxius is the one coming to town soon, right?
Yes.
And with Luxius be coming to town soon, it's gotten me on edge, but...
Yes, I don't expect we'll be here much longer. I do fear for the girls, but I have no reason to suspect that we're out here. I think this is much safer for them than in the city, even before everything was blown up.
Mass missing children from a boarding school that happened to be ran by a woman that turned out to be a avid magic user, then broken out of prison and fleeing to God knows where. I think the first place I would look is the formidable fortress just outside of the city.
I suppose.
Maybe not the first, maybe the second or third.
I suppose I could see it, but I don't know that this is the first place they'd check, or even the fifth. This is somewhat isolated, in my observation, and I think that this is a good spot for them.
Would you like to make an insight check on me?
I'd love to make an insight check on you.
You may.
I will make a deception check.
Not my highest stat, but that's good
Use the
enough.
bathroom real quick.
No, I discern nothing.
Hmm.
Oh, you know what I should have done? Oh, damn! I should have neutralized your thing. That would have been good. Missed opportunity.
Alrighty. I continue heading up the stairs and say, Old Fig,
Continue heading slightly slower.
do you happen to know any Elven?
Elven, no, dear, no. Elves are
Complicated.
nasty.
You see a scowl appear upon my face. Yes. Elves are quite nasty beings.
If there's two people, humans, I'm wary of. But mostly those humans over in Seishin. Elves, they're something else entirely.
So you aren't wary of me, a human. I'm not from Seishin, but
I'm wary of... I was wary of you at first, but I think that fighting alongside you has done good, for sure. I trust that none of our group is going to kill me. This week, at least.
I trust so too. I don't believe I've pissed anyone off yet.
Oh, I don't think so. Maybe that man... maybe that man at the street shop across from Andreas.
I forget his name, but that was hilarious.
No, my biggest regret, I never asked her why they had such problems, because she said that he was kind of a dick, and we went over there, and he's like, "Oh, I like Andrea," so I don't know what his problem was, and I won't get the opportunity to ask.
I think he may be something that the kids are calling a cuck. I don't know exactly what it means, but I believe that maybe he has something for her, and the feelings are not mutual.
No, I gave her quite a bit of money, so hopefully if it becomes an issue, she can hire some form of security.
I don't believe it will become an issue. It's more of just his presence upsets her.
One last thing, Krell.
Yes. I kind of stop in my tracks. We're nearing the top, I presume.
If ever you call those fine girls bitches in my presence again, I will shove a fireball up your ass so far.
Listen, if they would show a little bit more respect for the people that are housing them here, then maybe I wouldn't call them bitches. It's been a great talk, Old Fig.
If ifs and buts were candies and nuts, we'd all have a happy Halloween.
Thank you for that.
I hope you sleep well.
Maybe you speak to them, and I'll stop. And I go, I hope you sleep well as well. Good night. And I'm at the top of the tower, and I close it. I close the door. This has become my room.
Okay.
I'll kind of once I get down to the door, I'll kind of stomp my foot a little bit and be like, "Dang, I should have twisted Phaeton when I was trying to determine what he was doing when he was lying to me."
Yeah. You had 2 portents ready.
Anywho.
Would have been a waste of a portent.
Oh, I get it back at a long rest, so I would get it back
That's
right
true.
now. I was sitting on 2 7s. I would have had you.
Yeah, probably.
Alright, Old Fig, do you retire to one of the bedrooms in the castle?
Yes, whichever bedroom I've been sleeping at.
Okay, you do so. And you all enter your sleep. We are breaking into about 1 a.m. in the middle of the night, and you all have fallen asleep. Juice, come with me.
By the way, Grell was lying about why he's been acting this way. He doesn't give a shit. Like, your character wouldn't know, but he doesn't give a shit about the people coming or possibly coming for him. It was just a very elaborate lie, and I was sitting there like, I am lying. I should give him an opportunity to.
I'm lying really hard right now, so yeah.
Is there a shovel in D&D? Yes, there is. I'm adding it
there
to
should
my
be
inventory.
A lot of
like tools and stuff. There's a lot of them.
But packs. There you go. It's like a Dungeoneer's pack, probably, and things like that.
Yeah.
When you're picking your character.
I'm gonna start making my fucking. If we have a free day tomorrow, I'm gonna start making my training grounds because these bitches haven't been helping me.
Oh, it sounds like we're traveling somewhere.
I know.
I think we're gonna have a free day.
I'd like to have a free day.
I'd like to kill something.
I would too.
I'm just itching to get this. I have a combo that I have. I got a new spell. I'm just itching to use it. That's all.
I'm assuming Juice is Oh.
Okay. I'm gonna roll a dice. Who goes next? 10 above, it's Old Fig. 1 through 9, it's Krill. Oh.
It's me?
Yep, come with me.
Alright. Hello.
Come back.
Okay. Old Fig. Last but not least. Let's go.
Juice, I'm gonna go fill up my water while they're gone. I'll be right back, dude.
Old Fig, what is your passive perception? A 12. Okay. Get down to bed, resting your weary eyes, and just as you get into the cradle of falling asleep, mind starts to burn again. Not as intensely as it was before, the last couple times you've done this, but that's enough to know that you're going into another vision. Burst of colors, and within those colors you see a scene of a mountain range. Mountain range zooms into a cave. The cave zooms all the way in, almost as if a straight shot down, to a single spot in the floor. Next to a pile of rubble and rock, there lies a stone, the shape of a ruby.
Does this ruby look similar to the emerald that was on the head of the masked man?
It has the same aura.
Excellent. And would I be able to recognize the countryside?
Sorry, I'll throw one crucial detail. Yes, so there was a tall building just before you panned into the mountain range. You would recognize this as the College of Saberton. Mountain range directly behind it. As your vision zooms in closer to the cave almost goes at like a 45-degree angle straight down, all the way to where you see the ruby stone.
And the College of Saberton is where Celsius has his people, right?
It's near there.
It's near there.
Not exactly at College of Saberton, but in the vicinity. However, on the sides of your vision, your peripherals, the stone is not the only thing you see. You see several figures, blacked out, moving around. They turn to look at you as if you were there. They open their purple eyes, and your vision ends.
They're in the cave?
Yes. You wake up from your vision, trying to process what you just saw. Make a perception check.
Perception? I hate perception.
Oof, that's a yikes.
I told you I hate perception. I see nothing.
Okay. You recollect yourself and head back to bed.
Oh.
That'll be all.
That'll be all.
They're back.
We came back immediately after I rolled the nat 1.
Yeah, it do be like that.
It's like, okay, it's over.
Perception skill check 1.
You don't see anything.
You've closed your eyes. You blinked at the worst time.
Be 1 second. I need to find something.
And now may I re-roll my portents?
Yes, you all may take the effects of a long rest.
All right.
Oh, look at that. Doubles again.
Wow.
Love it.
Doubles again? Impressive.
Yeah, I had
Brian.
2 7s last time, and I got 2 5s this time.
The moment I wake up, I start spamming false life.
So, I'm giving you the effects of a long rest, but we're not woken up yet.
Okay, 10-4. Honestly, like, if you abuse that evocation that gives you false life at will, that's kind of broken in the early levels.
Yeah, for sure.
It's an extra 8 hit points. Dude, I have the most hit points in the fucking group. I'm a sorcerer, rogue, warlock whenever I do that. 41.
Temporary hit point stack.
Towards the end of your sleep,
Stacking.
a scream erupts from the center of the castle entrance. From one of the girls. You all hear it from your respective resting places.
I am probably the closest to the entrance, maybe except for Warzog. If I'm near the barracks, which are...
I
This
think
wakes me up.
technically, yes.
Okay.
You're the farthest away, Krell. Oldfig, I say you're closest because you're inside the building. Warzag, you're the second closest.
Would I be the closest to getting eyes on him since I'm up in the tower and I'd be able to look out the window?
On Warzag?
No, on the screen.
It's inside the building.
Oh, it's inside the building?
Yes.
Warzak gets up and immediately starts running.
Yes, I will go at my full speed as fast as my little goblin legs will take me.
Old Fig, as you move through the hallways, you see the doors open left and right from the other guests in the castle.
I will add solidly raised my wand of Dexon.
Okay. I like how you pointed that out. Thank you. The girls left and right wake up, confused what they just heard.
I'll be shouting, girls, stay where you are, stay where you are.
So you make your way, where are you?
We will handle this.
So you're right here. Zag and Krell, you guys break in through the front entrance. Give me 1 second to just prep everything.
It's just such a big room.
Yeah.
The first thing I would do is run to the window, look down at the front entrance, and then I'm assuming I don't see anything, and then I would run down the stairs.
Just wait a second.
Okay.
Old Fig, where would you like Dandy?
By my side.
Okay, she's with you.
Probably flying with me, but I'll place him.
You hear the sounds of junting metal as Sir Everard and Leola come from the second floor, right behind Reynolds and Kib.
Ryan,
That's like a dead state. Hold up.
If it takes me longer to get to the bottom, I'm fine with it, but while I'm coming down, I would be casting False Life.
Okay, just once?
No, it would be until I have the max benefit.
What is the max benefit?
I roll 1d4. I roll 1d4 plus 4 until I have 8 temporary hit points. I would be casting it.
Yeah.
It says that temporary hit points do not stack.
They don't, but the way it does work is that if you gain temporary hit points and then you would gain more temporary hit points, you would get the higher.
Oh, I understand.
Yeah.
So you're basically just casting it over and over and over
until I get 8.
Until you get the max roll. That is. I see what you're saying.
Yeah.
That is interesting.
Okay, there we go.
I could roll until I get the max if you want, Ryan, but just let me know.
Just hang tight.
Take your time.
Let me just...
Yeah, I mean, it'd take you more than a minute to run down there anyway.
Amelia and Theo.
Yeah, it'll take me a while. I know I'm going to be the last of this party.
I suppose while we're on the subject, then...
So I'm going to be fashionably late.
No, I won't yet spend it, because I don't know what's going on.
Okay. Warzak and Krell and Old Fig, as you break into the room, a similar sight emerges before you. The sight you saw back in Varan with the 2 girls. Except this time, it's one of the 5 captives. This one is Marsog, the dwarf. He lays hung up on a pike, going through his body. His shirt ripped off, blood pouring down from his orifices. A message written onto his chest. Can't escape. The girls behind you, Old Fig, break into a gasp. They couldn't believe they just saw what they saw.
Which girls? I told the girls to stay. Why didn't they listen to me?
You have to be stern with them and use intimidation.
Warzak goes up to the body and pulls it off of the pike.
Okay, you do so.
Which one of you fucking knuckleheads did this?
Old Fig, or not Old, it's not Old Fig. Leola from the top. You hear her kind of whimper again. Who did this? Who was it?
I think we
This
both
is not the
know.
time for games.
I think we both know who it was.
But it was it say on this chat?
I think we need to
can't
get some
escape.
guards around here. Or set up watches at least. Not everybody can sleep at one time.
I fear that it was Vargus.
Everyone comes down the stairs. Leola is right on the top of the staircase. They all make it down. Celsius and the 3 other. It'll be 4 other.
This is 5,
Yeah.
and then
Yeah,
one
there's
died.
5.
That's a lot.
Alright, this will be the one on the bed is dead.
And he's the one that had the cute little nose, right?
Yeah, exactly.
Oh.
That's why he died.
Oh.
Nose had to
Oh
go.
no, if they're killing people by how cute their noses are, I think I might be next.
Never know, Old Fig.
Oh, Dandy! No, Dandy! Oh!
Ryan,
Hey, what's
can
up?
I make an
It is still
intelligence
the
check?
same.
Yes, you may.
It would be because I think I think I'm going to make the check, and I'll tell you what it's about. How
about you tell me about beforehand?
Okay. It is about... You know how we found the two bodies that said, "Do you remember me?" And then yes. Those people with the sigil on their wax head attacked us. I'm trying to make an intelligence check to understand if this is related, or would I just innately know?
Your gut is telling you this is related.
Okay.
Yeah, and I've suggested to Leola that this is probably her half brother Vargus as well.
Leola finally comes down from the steps. As everyone is kind of baffled at what happened, Celsius chimes in. What? Who did this? Hello? Oh my god, it's Margus. The other four are kind of, like, bewildered. Leola's kind of shaking in her boots. Two girls behind you, Old Fig, Theo and Amelia, are kind of, like, hanging tight next to each other. Warzag, what are you doing?
I was pulling down the body off of the pole.
Okay, would you like to investigate anything?
Yeah, I'd like to see what kind of like wounds and stuff are on him.
I'd like to help him.
Okay, make a medicine check with advantage.
Okay.
Oh, goddamn. That's some funky dice. 18. So, looking at his wounds, you clearly see that there has been a puncture through his upper back, through his throat and mouth. It's a very grotesque sight.
Could I discern what kind of weapon did it?
This was a blunt object. The pole.
Okay.
The pole he was laying on. The markings on his chest appear to be burned into him.
Okay.
Although it's not exactly discernible what burned them. Perhaps magical in a way.
Could I determine if it's magical or not?
I would say with that medicine check, you already determined that it's magical.
Okay.
In nature.
Can I roll an Arcana check to see if I can understand what spell would have done this?
Sure.
Okay. Arcana. Oh.
Damn, son.
Natural 20. Let's see.
I wish my dice would have rolled.
You know that this is a highly specialized form of the spell Skywrite.
Okay. Interesting. I lean down and put my hand to it, kind of trace my hand across the markings, and I look up to Warzag and I say, we might want to find who did this immediately.
Leola walks closer to the body.
I will walk closer to Leola.
Come out already!
Of the body.
Show yourself, Vargus. The pole that you took the dwarf off of, burst into flames. You're not affected,
right.
But as Leola finishes her spout of rage, you hear footsteps come from the second floor stairs.
I'll turn around and point my wand at it.
I'm going to immediately run behind this pillar on the right.
Okay, would you like to sneak?
Sure, yeah.
Okay, so from this point forward, it's going to be a surprise round.
Okay.
So not a surprise round. It's going to be like an advanced round. So you guys can do one thing to prepare yourself, if you wish.
I am going to cast.
I like to make the distinction that combat has not yet started, nor has anyone appeared to initiate yet.
Okay. I'm going to where is it at? Channel Divinity and give myself a +1 to my AC.
Okay.
I got 12 for my stealth check.
You got what? Sorry.
12.
Okay.
12 for my stealth check.
You hide behind one of these support pillars in the room. You appear to be out of sight from most people except for Warzag and Old Fig.
Mm-hmm.
And Leola. And Reynolds.
Everybody sees you.
Well, I mean, you guys don't bother me. It's the people upstairs. The ominous footsteps.
10 feet of movement to move forwards.
So Old Fig and Warzag, you have a clear sight onto Vargus upstairs. His hands behind his back. He is slowly walking forward to the first step. He looks down at you all.
May I have an immediate question? Not for him, but for you, the DM?
Yes.
When he starts speaking, throughout the entire time he's speaking, I'm trying to recognize if this is the voice we heard above that came in with the wax elementals?
Yes, this is. You guys would recognize him.
Gotcha.
Yep.
That's all.
As he appears to you now, it appears he has like bandages on his right arm. There's a ring on his right hand. He has kind of like not really a trench coat, but a jacket and kind of kept up dark hair. He looks rather gritty, and he makes his attention to Leola and Leola only. Leola turns around and sees her half-brother. Good morning to you all. If you want to leave alive, let me have a word with Leola in peace.
I will lower my wand, but not entirely.
I'd like to press my back up against this pillar once again, maybe see if I can do another stealth roll, but that's up to you.
No need.
Okay.
In peace as in without hostility, or in peace as in alone?
Oh, as in alone.
Oh, as in
But-
alone.
Leola, you see her frustration turn into anger. You monster! You killed 2 of my girls. You killed a friend of Celsius. And you plead me for counsel. She uses her action to cast Lightning Bolt at the 3rd level on Vargus.
Right over Amelia's head.
Lightning bolt!
Amelia's like, shit,
Yeah.
man. What are you doing?
As a reaction, however, Vargus casts Counterspell.
I will,
The flow of electricity coming from Leola as a quick burst from her right hand shoots straight up to Vargus. But his
Can I spend it
Good.
to send the girls away?
yeah, you can say that as after Leola launched the lightning bolt, you
Yes.
scurried to Theo and Amelia to get
Yo,
them out.
Amelia, please, back to your bunks!
Vargus counterspells the lightning bolt, dissipating its lightning as it reaches him. You can do better than that, or you can do better than that, sister. I am not your sister, you filthy swine. Well, I did give you a chance, so what more can I do? Anyway, let's change the mood. Let me invite a friend of my own. He snaps his fingers. Behind you, Warzag. Yep, the ground begins to rumble as a dark kind of energy forms in a circle at the end of the carpet. Tendrils of dark energy shoot back and forth as if trying to alter the space and time itself. Slowly rising, a Tanaruk, a demon from hell. Everyone
know.
roll initiative.
Alright.
Oh, sweet.
Look at you.
I'm getting good rolls tonight.
You guys vibing?
Yeah,
I'm ready.
Let's get these boys in here.
I'm ready to beat up a demon orc.
Alright, is that everyone? Gotta get him in here. Actually, no need. Okay. Cool. The demon sprouts forth from the ground, a giant orc figure. He has a mix of green and black skin with scars dripping down his arms. Not really dripping, but you know what I mean. He carries a very jagged great axe. As he emerges from his portal, you see him look around confused. Oh, come on, man. Really? I was just... Vargus, do your job. But I was in the middle of playing Demons and come on, bro. Vargus backs into the dim light and seemingly vanishes. Okay, Reynold is first. Reynold is going to do a longbow attack.
We're about to wreck this thing. I have no fear.
Yeah.
I want to attack. That meets the AC. So he, Reynold launches a longbow attack, dealing 7 piercing damage to the target. Alright, that's, Reynold. I didn't begin combat. Okay, Reynold. Kib. Tell you what, just for the sake of keeping this fight flowing, we're going to take Kib out of it.
Cool.
Okay, Krill, your turn.
Okay. I am going to cast Hex on the Tenerukt.
Okay.
So I choose I don't really know why I rolled actually. I just place a curse on it, and until the spell ends, I deal extra necrotic damage, and whenever I hit the target, I deal extra necrotic damage. I choose the ability whenever I cast the spell, the target has disadvantage on checks made with of the chosen ability, I'm going to choose strength.
Okay. So disadvantage on strength checks?
Yes. If it dies, I can, on a subsequent turn, I can use a bonus action to transfer the hex to something else. That is I think that's my bonus action. Yeah, that's my bonus action. So from there, I'm going to cast Eldritch Blast on him.
Okay, let her rip.
Alright. Spells. Eldritch Blast. There it is.
That hits.
And I will pull him 10 feet closer to me.
Okay. 1, 2.
Yeah. I have Grasp of Hadar, baby.
No, I gotcha.
1, 2.
Do we want him closer?
How are we going to fight him? How are we gonna...
Yeah, that's close enough. Okay. Is that all you want to do?
Yes, that's it.
Okay, you place your Hex Curse on the target, and you launch an Eldritch Blast, striking him in the left shoulder. Ow, dude! Come on! I don't even want to be here. Unbelievable.
Then stand down. If you don't want to be here, leave.
I'm commanded by this curse.
Well, then, you're also cursed by me. Deal with it. Oh,
This sucks. Dandy, would you like to have Dandy do anything?
Dandy will be doing very many things this fight. Dandy will first, she'll probably dash, but she'll go 5, 10, 15, 20, 25, 30, 35, 40, 45, 50, 60.
Ryan, by the way, I would have done an extra 3 necrotic damage because of hex.
Dandy will end up there.
Okay.
That is the entirety of Dandy's turn.
Okay. Copy.
Oh, were we back to back? We're always back to back, Dandy. So Old Fig will take her turn now.
Okay.
I will
Actually,
go.
tell you what, we'll let Old Fig do that, but you're at the lower end of the initiative order, so...
I'm in the 13.16. It looks like... Oh, is there a... There's beast
Dandy went.
that happened in between?
Yeah, there's the Beast,
Yeah,
Celsius.
Beast that happens. Okay, yeah. It's just they're all question marks for me, so I didn't recognize that, but that makes sense.
Oh, really? I didn't see that.
Yeah, they're question marks
Yeah,
until they go, so...
Yeah.
Interesting. Okay, I didn't know that. Let me...
No, that's all right.
Initiative 2.
It's just once they make their first turn, they'll go. Yeah, so... Yeah.
Yeah.
Perfect.
Okay, yeah. We're gonna
Oh, no,
try it out,
Dandy
see how it goes.
No, Dandy needs to go
Now
back to
it's-
her earlier initiative. Dandy's
What?
initiative got changed. When you just refresh that?
Yeah, I did it on purpose.
No, she rolls her own initiative. She goes when she goes.
Oh, I thought you wanted to have the same turn.
No.
Oh, okay.
I saw it as Old Fig goes next.
Okay. Ah, shit, not reroll. There we go. Okay, she's back where she was.
Perfect. Yeah, thank you.
Okay. It's Hannah Ruck's turn. Oh, man, I really don't want to do this, but I have to, okay? Hannah Ruck is going to move 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 to you, Wurzag. And he is going to... He's going to use his multi-attack to bite you.
Okay.
Does a 10 hit?
No.
Okay.
My AC is
He
at
misses his
20.
bite, and he swings his greatsword. And 16 does not hit you either, so he misses both. You're like, oh, thank goodness you're actually competent. Wait a minute. You're an orc, just like me. How would you look at that? Small world.
Yous ain't no fucking orc.
Well, I did come from Karura.
Mm.
Cool. Oh, wait, is that plate armor?
What the hell is this fucking boss?
Is that plate armor, bro? You respond?
Absolutely not.
Okay. Oh, be the silent type, okay. That is his turn. Celsius' turn. He is going to... I forgot what he can do. He is going to Thunderstep. Actually, no, I don't think he will.
Yeah, doesn't that damage the people where you left off from?
What's
I
up?
think it damages at both locations. I don't know, though.
Yeah.
He is going to Far Step to teleport 60 feet away. Or 60 feet in a direction. So it's going to be 12 spaces. That's pretty baller. I don't think he'll need it, though, actually. Okay, disregard that. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5... 2, 3. Kind of like taking a quarter cover on this pillar. and he's going to cast a firebolt. Okay, just roll everything at once. It's a 22 to hit. That hits. The 17 fire damage. However, the Tanaruk is resistant to fire, so that'll be halved to 9 damage. Okay. So let's rip a bolt of fire into the Tanaruk. The Tanaruk says, "Ow! I mean that kind of tinkles, but okay." Old Fig, your turn.
Fig, realizing that her new spell is a touch spell and not a 60-foot range, will run over to Dandy. 5, 10.
Heads up, you can use touch spells through your what's it called?
Familiar.
Through your familiar. They can cast touch spells on themselves as well.
Okay, then that is what I will do. I'll redo my movement. Going back there. And I will
The only thing is the touch spell cannot be technically an attack. But go on.
It is not technically an attack.
Okay.
Then I will do... Yeah, then I will do my bonus action, Dragon's Breath.
I knew it was coming.
Yeah. That's what I've been talking about. Bonus action, Dragon's Breath, so it's a concentration, so Dandy can now shoot, and we're going to pick thunder damage.
Okay.
She can't do it this turn, and she'll have to do it as an action on her turn. Then I will go ahead, and that's pretty cool that I can just, like...
You choose it every turn. You don't have to choose it whenever you cast it, I think.
No, yeah, that's right. It's a concentration. Yeah. No, that's cool that I can just do it as her. I'm going to look up the ruling on that, though, but for this time, we'll call it good.
No, that is
so that's all you want to do?
I promise.
No, that's just a bonus action.
Okay.
I'll still go ahead and go 5, 10, 15, 20. We'll go 25, 30. And I will go ahead and do a attack that he's resistant to, which is my Firebolt. Go ahead and Firebolt. And I don't know if it calculates the +8 yet, so we'll find that out.
That hits.
Well, it hits,
Man,
yeah.
Everyone has rolled over a 20 on this guy.
Yeah, 8 to hit, yeah.
Jesus.
So,
Everyone's really well.
I suppose 4 fire damage then?
Yes. Correct.
After Richard's game the other night, all of our luck is coming back.
Yeah. Great.
Okay.
That is my turn.
Is that your turn?
That is my turn.
Okay. Sir Everard, he is going to 5, 6, action to dash, 1, 2, 3, 4, and come by your side, Warzag.
Okay.
That is his turn. Warzag, your turn.
Alright. I'm going to cast Blight.
Okay. I wish I could take the windows from Foundry and put them on my other monitor, but I can't do that.
Oh, no, Bane.
Okay. Is that a... Oh, nice.
DC 13 saving throw.
So it makes a charisma saving throw. Okay, cool. Let's do a charisma saving throw. Oh,
I believe
he succeeds.
Yeah, I believe you have advantage.
So he succeeds the saving throw. What does... So he fails, he has to make... Okay. Okay. Is there anything else you'd like to do?
Nope, that's it.
Okay. Was Bane a bonus action or an action? Oh, it's an action.
That's a spell.
Okay. Leola's turn. She got a 1. Wow. Old bitch.
Old bitch.
Well, considering she was tortured 6 hours ago, man.
Yeah. It does make a lot of sense, yeah. Let's see. Man, I haven't really played with these kind of spells before. What would she do? She's going to walk back 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. She actually needs a verbal action to call it to you, Old Fig. Old Fig, can you handle it?
I believe so. You should get yourself to safety. You are.
I'm going after my brother.
Than the rest of us. Oh, that's a bad idea.
She ignores you.
Okay.
1, or actually, yeah, 6, action to dash. 1, 2, 3, or is she already used her action to dash? No, she hasn't. 5, 6. Okay. That will be your turn. Reynolds is going to make another longbow attack. I really wish Kiss was here.
Yeah.
Yeah, I do too.
That hits. Wow, so those arrows are kind of sharp. Where'd you get those? And he is going to 1, 2, 3, 4 take cover.
This Tanaruk reminds me of my buddy Dustin.
Bro, you're up.
Okay, question for you.
Go.
Considering the direction I'm coming at these benches, would they be difficult terrain because I could step on the seat and then jump over, or no? Or would
they are going to count as difficult terrain.
Okay. In that case,
just like the theater.
Yes. In that case, I'm going to start with 5, 10, 15, 20, 25, 30, and I'm going to cast Hex is concentration, so I can't cast that. Okay, we're going to go for Eldritch Blast.
Okay. That does not hit, unfortunately.
Alright, that's fine. I end my turn there.
Your Eldritch Blast shoots over the Tenaruk into one of the pieces of stone on the ceiling as a puff of stone and concrete escape the blast. Dandy,
right.
Your turn.
Danny will fly. I believe that's 5, 10, 15. He's 15 feet away. She's 15 feet away. She will rear her head back and exhale lightning breath in a 15-foot cone, just touching this thing. So he makes a saving throw. That is a dexterity saving throw.
Dex. Yeah.
Yes. I believe he has advantage.
He has advantage.
I believe so.
What would that be? Is it from...
Does he have his ability? Don't most demons have...
Oh, you're right, yeah.
Yeah.
You're right.
I should have advantage on the saving throw.
Oh, I love how you know that more than I do. Hell yeah. Keep me honest.
I've run one before. That's the only reason I knew.
Okay, that's a 14. That's a 14 pass.
14 does not pass. We're looking for a 15. That's
Okay.
awesome.
He fails.
We'll roll my damage. Take 9 damage of thunder damage
Over.
as Dandy exhales. 9 damage.
Okay.
Dandy's in the fight now.
Nice.
Alrighty. And then Dandy's going to fly 5, 10, 15 feet back.
I hate this combo.
That's a great combo.
Dandy unleashes the lightning breath onto the Tenaruk, the beams of lightning, kind of making a Tesla coil-ish strike on the Tenaruk. Does that make sense to you all? Like, you know those like glowing orbs that like electricity kind of shoots out? It's kind of like that as it whooshes
With
over
the Tenaruk as a receiver.
Yes,
and
exactly.
the light coming off of the lightning kind of makes Dandy's wings kind of, you can see like the veins in them.
Yeah.
Yeah. That wings.
You see the bright light kind of rings out over back behind the Tenaruk. He says, "Ow! What was that? You have bats in here, bro? You've got to get the backs cleaned. No way."
I'll shout out in Abyssal, "She's more than a bat. She's my best friend." Abyssal.
All right, the Tenaruk's turn. Tenaruk is going to look at Sir Everard. Okay, look, the orc guy doesn't tell me what armor he's wearing. Is that plate? I mean, like, you two look like you're friends. I'm just curious because I want to get some of my own. Sir Everard, I imagine, wouldn't say anything, and Tenaruk's like, "Man, you guys are just so boring." And he's going to take a bite at Sir Everard. What is Sir Everard's AC? Oh, I don't know because I don't have his character sheet.
Brian, how do you do flanking in your game again? Is it my flanking or?
You're flanking.
Okay.
Okay. I'm gonna say it doesn't hit. It misses. I assume Sir Everard's AC is like 17 or something. He's going to use his great sword on Warzag.
Okay.
Natural 1. He's going to swing his greatsword over top of your Warzag and into the ground so hard he's like stuck into it. He's trying to pull his greatsword out. Oh no, dude! Come on! As he's trying to pull it out. Oh, I hate when this happens. Why do I use this thing? He is going to be preoccupied for his next turn. It'll take him an action to get that out.
Okay.
Celsius is going to let another firebolt rip. 28 to hit. Wow. God damn. Oh my god. What is going on? That is a lot. The firebolt Celsius rips off is bigger than his last one. And this one smacks the Tenarok right in the face. As he's trying to pull his greatsword out of the ground, he temporarily loses grip of the greatsword as he stumbles back. Old Fig, you are up.
Celsius's men haven't done anything this whole fight, right?
You're right, and I completely forgot. I'm gonna notice it now.
No, that's all right.
Don't do it.
I was gonna command them to do something.
Okay, you can certainly do that.
If you're not going to help, stop Leola. She doesn't have the strength to face her brother now.
Oh, Celsius turns back. You heard the woman. Go save Leola. And they all hurry up the stairs.
Can I use my reaction?
Yeah, what would you like to do?
I'd like to say to Celsius, I think we have this under control. Why don't you help them?
Much agreed.
We're kind of slaying this thing, and I'm about to do a shit ton of damage. If I hit.
Yeah, big.
I concur with that.
Like, I think I'm about to do like 5 or 6 dice worth of damage.
Make a persuasion check.
Okay.
With advantage.
Because everyone's saying, yeah, go.
Get the fuck out of here!
It's 22.
Okay. Celsius nods and falls up the stairs. Well, not now, but when he comes back to his turn.
Yeah.
Nice.
Okay. Old
So
Fig,
then-
continue.
Old Fig will, I suppose, do action first. Old Fig will shoot off a ray of sickness. Which is a +8. I don't think that hits.
It does not.
Does not hit. That sucks.
Fortunate.
All right. So
Your
then,
ray of sickness, you kind of misdirect your arms slightly, and the ray of sickness washes over the Tanaruk.
because I'm too distracted. I'm ordering people around and giving instructions.
Yes,
Yes.
exactly.
We'll go 5, and then we'll go 15, 20, and we'll call that 30. And there, I will use my bonus action hide.
Okay.
Bonus action hide.
Like
Okay,
this.
decent enough.
Not this though.
I will actually be on this side
Music
in the
going
hopes
line.
to break his eye line with that. That is all. That's my turn.
Okay. Copy that. You hide behind the pew, and you believe you are hidden. Sir Everard, he is going to make... Do I have his items? I don't. God. Okay. That's a problem. I don't have his character sheet. Tell you what, I'm going to take Sir Everard out of the fight just because I have no knowledge of like what he can do. Because his character sheet
That's
is
fine.
incorrect.
It's fine. I mean, if you want to just leave him there, so
Actually,
he can,
no, we're going to do better than that. He's going to do a
Damage.
longsword attack.
Yeah.
Strength is-
having him there to tank is real nice too.
Yeah. Longsword attack as an 18. That hits. 9 points of slashing.
That hit. How does the monster look health-wise?
The monster is not faltering.
Okay, good.
Alright, that'll be Sir Everard's turn. Warzag, you're up.
I'm going to cast Spiritual Weapon.
Okay. Oh, that definitely hits.
Okay. I was just trying to cast it, not hit with it, because in reality it casts, and it's just it should have its own like icon in reality after I cast it.
Right.
And then I use a bonus action to use it, but we'll just say that it did that.
Okay, yeah. Is it the foot?
Yes.
Okay. Casting your spiritual weapon, the green foot of Gork comes down and stomps onto the Tanaruk's head as he's trying to pull. So he's hunched over trying to pull his greatsword out, and the foot just made him slouch over. So he's kind of like hanging over his sword.
Okay.
He's like, "Ow! What was that?" He looks up to see the foot. Wait, no, that can't be the foot of Gork. No, you're pulling my leg.
That's it.
Okay. Leola is going back up the stairs.
Hey, Richard, I got a question for you, man.
2, 3, 4, 5, 6.
Is one of your
6.
divination dice a 19 or 20?
Definitely not.
Damn it.
Yeah, definitely not.
Thank you for reminding me that. Thank you for reminding me that I have those.
Yeah, because I'm sitting here, I'm like, if I roll a 19 or 20, I can straight up do like 8 dice of damage.
We'll keep that in mind in the future with your abilities. Because it does stack it could even be, if it's a 13, it would probably do it, because if it adds your +6 or whatever to it. would be good.
No, it has
It's
to
only
be
on a natural.
like I crit on a nat 19 and 20.
I understand.
I'm gonna use
So
the
it
bathroom
would
real quick.
have to be a 19 or a 20.
Yeah.
Because gotcha.
Yeah.
With regular rolls, it adds the modifier to it.
Yeah.
But right now I'm sitting at 2 5s. So I can make him miss a bunch, basically.
Sweet.
It's really nice. We pretty much got 2 free hits. Thank you for reminding me, because I wouldn't have remembered that. I'm trying to be like wizard crafty. I gotta remember my my subclass.
I gotcha.
Let's see, back with Reynolds. Reynolds is gonna do what Reynolds does best and land over 20 on his attack rolls.
Yeah.
Yes.
Yep, it again doesn't falter. 25 to hit, 10 damage. Crow, your turn.
Okay. So we go 5, 10, 15, 20. Now, as my bonus action, I'm going to use Hexblade's Curse. I choose a target for their curse for 1 minute. Against the target, I have +2 bonus to damage rolls. I score a crit on a 19 or 20, and I regain 6 hit points if it dies.
Okay.
So now I am going to use my Hexblade, my Hex Weapon Rapier. Please give me a 19. That'd be so fire. Damn it. Okay, it's whatever. So I hit for 6 piercing damage. This is a finesse weapon, and there is a enemy of the target within 5 feet of them, being both Warzog and that guy. So I'm going to get, what's it called? Where's the thing? Sneak attack.
Okay. Yep, you would.
So I roll an extra d6. So that's 10 piercing damage so far. And now I'm also going to get the 1d6 necrotic damage.
Okay.
So that is 16. And then I deal an additional 2 damage from Hex Warrior. Or not from Hex Warrior, from Hexblade's Curse. So I did 18 damage.
Okay, 18 damage. Excellent.
Yes. 3 dice of damage that turn. That is everything. I got about something silly, but I'll try and remember it next time. I end my turn.
Big hit. Excellent. That was a physical attack, right?
Yes. So it was physical damage from my
How do you
sword and
How do you do this to the Tanaruk?
Is he dead?
What's your action?
Oh,
describe it.
Okay, so I take my rapier and I slice at the back of his heel, and then with the sneak attack, I stab into his other foot and pull it back out.
Okay. Tanaruk still slunched over his greatsword. How? Who did that? You're the one shooting those black things at me.
They're red.
What? Red, black, whatever. God, you guys are so rude. If I was just free, I wouldn't even be bothering you right now.
We're fighting to the
Damien,
death.
by the way.
You're what?
My name is Damien, by the way.
Well, Damien, you need to do your job. Fight us. I don't want to sit here and fuck you.
I was back home with my bros playing Demons and Dragons. What more is there to ask?
Well, the quicker we kill you, the faster you go back.
And he will fly in
Andy.
15 feet and fire it off again.
Okay, you said it's a cone, right?
It is a cone.
Oh,
damn, hold on.
Are there is anyone else going to be caught in the blast?
Let me reassess. Yeah, Danny would be smarter than me. Let me see if I go
15
here.
foot.
Yeah, 15 foot from here. Let me see if I got a ruler.
That's a 15 foot. It's not quite hitting him.
Yeah, I want to say that's touching, but it's the very tip.
It would not hit Tristan. Tristan would be 20 foot. Just on how I'm doing it.
Okay, that works.
It would just be yeah.
Yep,
So-
let her rip.
Yeah. So he makes a advantage dexterity saving throw.
14.
Needed a 15.
Oof.
9 damage again. This is the same thing as you got a 14 last time, and I got 9 damage last time.
Yeah. History repeats itself, doesn't it?
Danny flies out. Alright, so Danny's gonna go an extra... So 10 feet back, so that's where we're at. That's her full movement, I think.
Okay.
That is Danny's turn.
Awesome. Anorak is going to use his action to pull his greatsword out from the ground. Oh, finally, man. I guess we're doing some things. He is actually going to walk towards this pew, taking opportunity attacks from all three of you. 2,
All right.
3.
That's a lot of damage, possibly, for me. So close. I got 14 to hit.
That hits.
Yeah, sweet. Cool. So, then I do a d6 for sneak attack. Or wait, is that only on actions?
That does not hit, unfortunately. Warzag.
Okay. So, the way I'm reading it, if someone wants to correct me, I do the sneak attack damage. I've never played a rogue.
Would you have advantage on this attack?
No, but I would have a ally that's within 5 feet of the enemy. Or an enemy of the enemy within 5 feet.
I think it comes down to is, does the attack go off when you're here, or like once he's out of the range? You know what I mean? Technically, you'd hit him while you're still in range, so I think you'd get it.
Yeah, I think it will apply.
Okay. So then the 1d6 from sneak attack, and then 1d6 from hex. So I did 8, 3, 11, 14 damage.
Okay, excellent.
3 of which was necrotic.
He is looking a little tired.
I'm sorry, 2 more because he has Hexblade's Curse on him.
Okay.
Alright,
that is his turn. Yeah, you see him looking a little more sluggish now.
Okay.
Celsius' turn. He is running up. 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. And so are the guys. The bros. They're over here now. And that is the turn. Old Fig.
Alright, he's running that way. Old Fig will go 5, 10, 15, 20, 25. We'll go 30. And then Old Fig will fire off a first level magic missile attack. So that's just 3 4s, and then we're going to add 3 to this at the end. Okay, so 11 damage.
Alright, sick.
And that is Old Fig's turn.
Okay. It's Old Fig's turn. Sir Everard. Oh, I didn't roll his attack opportunity. Let me do that real quick. Definitely hits. So he did 5 on his opportunity attack. He's going to here make an attack. Wow, okay. Man, the rolls are just insanely good in this Tanorak tonight. That was a big one. 10. Okay.
Yeah,
cool.
And the Tanorak had to spend like 2 turns just fumbling with his sword.
Yeah. Indubitably. Alright, Warzag.
Okay. I'm going to run up to Homie G, and I'm going to hit him with a inflict wounds at 2nd level. No, it doesn't hit.
Bro, oh my god. I can't believe it's only you who hasn't hit this guy.
Yeah.
That's fucking whack. Unfortunate.
Unfortunate.
That was a lot of damage too.
I hit him with my spiritual weapon though.
Okay. Yeah, absolutely. What's the damage?
Let me roll it. Well, now it won't let me cast it again, so I'll just roll to hit. 12 plus 5, 17.
To hit? Yes, that hits.
Okay, and then it's just D8 force damage. 7 force damage.
Okay, the foot comes down and bonks him. Dude, you've gotta be tied to Gork somehow. There's no way.
I'm gonna keep kicking the shit out of him.
that definitely works. Leola's gonna run out of frame. I was gonna do 1, 2. He's gonna take a longbow attack. Natural 1. I'll break his longbow for doing so well. It's actually going to attack Sir Everard.
Ooh.
He's going to miss and hit Sir Everard. So that was 12. Wow.
Sir Everard deserves it for not being here.
Yeah, absolutely. Alright. Okay, that's his turn. Bro, you're up.
Okay. 5, 10, 20, 30.
Stay out of my way!
What? Where are you?
You keep trying to get in my cone.
Dude, I'm trying to get fucking flanking.
Oh, you're fine. I'm just...
All right, rapier attack.
It's fine.
Damn it, no 19s at all. All right, so that's 6. Plus 2 makes it 8. Plus 6 from that, or plus 1d6, makes it 13. Plus 1d6 of necrotic makes it 17. 17 total damage. But 4 of it is necrotic.
Okay, what's the total again?
17, 4 of it's necrotic.
Okay. So 17. Okay. Gotcha.
Yeah.
Okay, Dandy, your turn. Unless Krell, do you have anything else to do?
No. I can't move any further. That's my turn.
Okay.
Shit.
Dandy, you're up.
I didn't do it again.
Okay. Dandy's gonna move a 5. Whoa. 5, 10, 15, 20, 25. Theoretically, would I hit... It's a 15-foot cone. So technically, I wouldn't necessarily hit Warzog, right?
I'm gonna say that hits.
That hits. It wouldn't go like 1, 2, 3, 2, 3.
In this instance, I'm going to say it hits.
All right. If I were to
Actually,
move
let me value that again. So,
it's
you
because
got the cone diagram up.
I don't have a cone diagram, but 15 foot out would be like these 3 squares, and then depending
That's
on like.
Oh, okay. He is not in a
cone.
triangle. So yeah, you're fine.
Awesome, great. And so then, and Krell is 20 feet away. I just measured that out, so we're set.
Yep.
And that's going to be, you make your dex saving throw with advantage.
He passes.
Yeah, he does. I figured he would. It's all right. And Danny
Okay.
will.
Does he take half damage or
I don't think so. That's actually a good question. I haven't looked at
really?
it.
Because
I don't-
usually lightning spells make him do half damage.
or half as much damage on a successful one. That's pretty good. It's a second level spell, so it might have, but it does. And half of 11. Oh, that's a good roll too.
6 is nice.
Yeah, so 6 damage.
All right. Cool. Very cool.
That's pretty good.
Cool and good. All right. Tanaruk's
How's he looking
turn.
now? How's he looking now?
He's looking pretty beat.
Okay.
The lacerations on his legs and ankles from Krell, the fire burns on his chest and head, the lightning marks,
Retreat.
the lightning sizzles on his back, the multiple lacerations from the blades on his torso and arms. He's definitely looking beat up. He is going to use his action to pick up the pew and swing it in a circle. Everyone within 10 feet make a dexterity saving throw.
Okay.
9.
4.
Oh man. Oh, that's right. Fucking this guy needs to make one too. Ooh, none of you passed. Okay. So you are going to be knocked back 10 feet. You will take 9 points of force damage each.
Damn.
All right. I have to make a con save for my concentration.
Let's see. You're going to move back opposite of the
I think I succeed.
direction you're facing that guy. So 2.
That's a dead guy, right?
Yeah. Hold on here.
Yeah, that's
Okay.
that guy. Yep. Tanaruk picks up the pew, swinging in the circle as each of you get home runned out of the park. Sir Everard is smashed back towards the body. He actually lands over top of it and falls backwards. Some of the blood from the dwarf stains his armor. Warzag, you are pushed into the middle of the carpet, and Krell, you are hit back into the next pew behind him, and you got hit in a way to where you fell on your ass into the chair, so you're like sitting down now.
Yeah. I'm like, oh. What is this?
Celsius's turn. He's following them, and these guys are pretty much gone now. All right, Old Fig.
All right. Ryan, I still have that inspiration that you gave me in the very, very first session,
Yes.
the pre-sessions. I'd like to use that because it's advantage, right?
Yep, it is.
Excellent. I will select Old Fig. I will use let me just roll the 2d 20s because it won't roll right if I click this spell. I'm using Ray of Sickness
Okay.
for 18 to hit.
18 hits.
That hits. So he's going to take, and this is a second level spell. I don't know if I said that, but that's what I meant. So I get an extra D8 for every D8. This poison damage, so it's going to be halved. The 3D8 roll halved, but 8 damage. This is where it gets fun, because he's going to have to make a Constitution saving throw, and on a failed save, he's poisoned. But I will immediately use my Portent to make his roll a 7 plus his Constitution modifier.
Okay.
What's his roll?
Skull, which is a +5, so it's a 12.
12, which fails my save, so he is now poisoned for until the end of my next turn. Old Fig.
Okay, how much poison damage happens every turn?
Nothing. I believe he's at disadvantage on everything. Let me pull up poisoned. Condition 5e is the disadvantage on attack rolls and ability checks.
Now, okay, before let's rewind here a little bit. So you want to use your Portent to make his saving throw fail automatically?
Yes, I failed his automatic.
Okay.
Yeah. Replaced any of his rolls that he would have made automatically as a 7. This is 5, so he fails it. So in addition to the poison damage that he took, which is a part of the spell attack roll, he's becoming poisoned because he failed the con save. A poison creature has disadvantage on attack rolls and ability checks.
Okay.
Damn.
Nice, good job. That's for Everard.
And all my resources.
He's going to use his action to come up from prone. No, his action. He's going to use half his movement. So 1, 2. That's all I needed. 7 damage. He's looking really weak. Who's going to land the final blow? Where's that? Your turn.
All right.
This is it, Warzog. This is your moment.
Yeah, this is your moment.
Finish him off, or I will.
I'm going to inflict wounds at first level, and if it doesn't hit, I'm going to spend the point of inspiration that you gave me a long ass time ago to
About
reroll
time.
that.
Okay. Yes, you may. It did not hit.
20
Nice. That hits.
All right, so that is 19 damage of necrotic.
Okay, 19 points to necrotic. How would you like to do this?
I want to just lay my hand on his chest and just pulse necrotic in him, and like green necrotic energy until his eyes glow green and he explodes.
Also, he feels sick because he's poisoned.
Your hand abound with energy races his torso, transferring its kinetic energy into his chest. You see him tense up and begin to shake as his as blood begins to come from his orifices, his mind becoming scrambled from the intense energy. You see his eyes burst from their sockets, and he slumps to the ground. You've killed the Tanaruk.
I wipe my hands and walk away.
And he will fly
His body then, dissolves into the floor, going back down to hell.
What about his weapon?
It stays, but it's a very large weapon. You wouldn't feasibly carry this.
I'm not going to use it as a weapon. I just want to pick it up.
Okay. Yeah, you can do that.
Melt that thing down.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. Well, remember, you have unfinished business upstairs.
Yeah, that's what I want to do, is I want to immediately start moving. We are not done here! Which direction did they run upstairs? To right?
To the right, yep.
Right, okay. So I just want to go there.
Okay, you guys make your way up the stairs. During the fight, you notice them going up to the right hallway and into those, which would take you to the upstairs, housing quarters where some of you were sleeping, especially you, Old Fig. Actually, you probably were downstairs. I don't know. Either way, this is where Sir Everard and Leola would definitely have been. This is direction towards the Count's room. As you all enter the hallway, it's a rather long one that kind of stretches at the length of the building. About every 10 feet or so, there are candles lit on both sides of the walls, next to each of the doors. You see Leola, Celsius, and the 4 other former captives, standing there, looking around. It seems they don't know where Vargus went. Celsius notices your entrance and asks you, "I assume you killed the beast?"
Handily.
It wasn't really a challenge for the 5 of us, 6 of us. I don't know how many were there anymore.
The beast was a bit of a bungler too.
He really didn't have his heart in it.
Oh, shh. He quiets you as they all try and listen. The wind in the hallway begins to pick up. The air gets colder and colder. All of them are close to you, and the other end of the hallway is empty. From that end, the candle lights go out one by one on both ends of the hallway. One after the other, after the other, after the other, after the other, until it reaches Leola, who's leading the pack right now.
If he does anything that requires an attack roll, I'm portioning that thing.
Okay. The candle lights continue going out one by one, and you are now in a hallway of darkness. Not like a darkness spell, but like it's dark in the hallway. Everyone is tensed up. Celsius prepares a firebolt in his hand. Leola also kind of stances up, ready to expect the unexpected. Your footsteps walk forward from the shadows as Vargus reappears, seemingly out of nowhere. You made rather quick work of the Tanaraka. I'm impressed.
It was a bitch.
I can't say I disagree. Leola, I'm going to ask you one last time. I offer you to come with me. Stop fooling with these degenerates. They're a waste of your time. Help me find Krell, so we can be free again. I never considered you a brother, and now I don't even consider you human. That is unfortunate, Leola. Simply too blinded by your devotion to your father. I just wish you could see what I see and feel what I feel. I think then you can understand. Krell lives on, and it's our responsibility, Leola, to find him and restore his power. Just let me show you all. As he claps, we're brought to a new scene. We vibing?
Yes,
Yes.
sir.
Excellent. Let's see it.
It has been a minute, so my concentration is up on Dragon's Breath, right?
Yes, it would be.
Yeah, it would have been, definitely.
As Vargus claps his hands, the halls of Castle Tuscany fade into an open area of Crux Plaza, with the Vivian Beaumont Theater behind Vargus. As you come to your senses in this new place, it feels very familiar yet different. The theater begins to erupt in smoke, and a couple seconds later, bursts into flames. His display at the theater shows that even when weak, he can still carry us from damnation. Don't you get it, Leola? Don't any of you see what I see? This is our chance for salvation. Look what he's capable of. Leola, I gasp. What the fuck are you talking about, Vargus? Have you lost your mind? Whatever attacked that theater is not your savior, brother. Do not tarnish Krell's name, sister. Remember, I had the same access to your father's books. I know the games you play. Come with me and we can all be done here. I'll show you the true path to freedom that Celsius couldn't dream of. Whatever we were before, Vargus, it's over. If you aren't dead by morning, I'll have failed my girls. That's unfortunate. Second.
I'd like to tap Old Fig on the shoulder and just go, for the record, I didn't attack that. I was there in the crowd.
Old Fig, once he starts talking, will just put a finger up to her lips, so that hopefully you don't get all that out.
After Leola finishes her sentence to Vargus, Vargus points his fingers back behind Celsius, towards the four other captives. He holds his position. As the captives begin to cough and wheeze, you see blood begin to drip from their eyes. They begin to scream as they wither in pain and fall to the floor, each of them unable to breathe. Blood coughing out from their lungs.
That require a saving throw on their end, or did it require a attack roll on his end?
I'd assume saving throw.
Yeah, it seems like it, but
That would require a saving throw.
Yeah, because
Okay.
it's an area of effect.
it sounds like that's what it sounds like. I just wanted to make sure.
They cough until they're wheezing on the floor, nearly dead. Celsius looks behind him and they gasp. What are you doing? Stop this! What do you want? I just want you all to see it. He begins unwinding the bandage on his right arm, revealing the symbol of Krell, carved into his forearm. Blood still fresh. If you don't want to see it, I'll just have to make you. These guys are going to be out of here.
Well, at least I don't have to learn their names.
Yeah. Danny
I'm
impresses
like a tiefling. I know that.
Okay. Go ahead and roll initiative.
Hanger.
14.4.14, sorry.
3.
Reynolds got a 24. Top of his class, yet again.
Okay. Let's get this party started. Reynold is going first. He's going to do a longbow attack. 3. That does not hit. That completely misses. Alright, I need to get this guy out here. Launch the arrow. The arrow misses him by a long shot. As the arrow hits it seems to go through the statue of Noxious Galvanor. Okay. He is going to go right there. I should bring in combat, that'd be helpful. Alright, Vargus is up. For his first action, he's going to cast Darkness right behind Celsius. Covering you all.
That tool.
Finally, just you and me, Leola. He is going to cast Eldritch Blast on Leola.
I can't see her, so I can't make that a 5.
16 to hit. That definitely hits her.
Get wrecked, little gobby.
Vargus is a dick.
I thought she has a...
Remember, if he's a high-level spellcaster, he can cast multiple beams.
She is going to counterspell and negate the Eldritch Blast.
Oh, thank you.
Alright.
Good job.
Oh, where'd the initiative go? Fuck. There we go. Leola's up. Now her turn. After she dispels the Eldritch Blast, she's going to hit him with a lightning bolt. He succeeds, so he's going to take half damage. Okay. Vargus does not counterspell this time, but he takes some of the lightning damage, kind of hunkering over his arm as the lightning bolt courses around him, leaving him kind of sizzling. Well, your turn. You are currently surrounded by darkness. If you do not have... Is it... What? Can True Sight see through darkness?
True Sight, Devil Sight...
Hunter, thank God.
I don't have Devil Sight, though.
I am just off wood.
Oh, you're... God damn it. Dude, I've been rolling really well for your character tonight.
Good. He deserves it.
No, he doesn't.
Ryan, I'm going to roll a D8. Up will be 1, and then I'll move clockwise.
Okay.
That will determine the direction I'm in.
Alright, go for it.
Okay, so I'm going to move up 5, 10, 15. Now I'm out of the fucking darkness. 20, 25. And from here, I will immediately do my signature attack where I pull up my rapier and catapult that motherfucker.
Okay. Roll the hit.
Oh, wait. I should have... Okay, I'm going to just use the spell slots I have here. I'm going to use regular spell slot. For some reason, I don't have spell slots. I'll use one of my packs. Okay. That's damage, but he makes a dex saving.
Makes a dex save? Okay.
Yeah, 14 succeeds.
Okay. He succeeds.
He succeeds?
Yes.
Okay. Well then. I guess that's it. My sword flies past him, and I will go... I think I have 5 more feet of movement. I'll go here.
Okay.
Alright, I end my turn.
Wait, what was your DC again? What was the DC?
14.
Oh, it does actually hit. My bad. I misread
No
it.
worries.
I
So,
misunderstood it.
my rapier would land into him and stab him, dealing 10. You could either do bludgeoning or piercing. I'm shooting the
Yeah, it doesn't
blade
matter.
at him. Yeah.
Okay, cool. Very cool. Is that your turn?
That is my turn.
Dandy, you're up.
Dandy will not do anything presently. Dandy will sit on Old Fig's shoulder and watch Vargus.
Okay. Wait, can it watch through darkness?
Can watch through darkness. It's actually
Yeah,
not watching. It is. I have blind sight, but it's echolocation based. So I can just so long as I can hear, I have blind
nice.
sight. Yeah.
Nice.
Dandy's set.
Sir Everard. Oh boy, what's he gonna do? 7. Oh well, he's gonna go this way. He comes out of the circle. 3, 4, 5, 6. Okay, that's his turn. Actually, he's gonna dash. 3, 4, 5, 6. Okay. Celsius. Where are you gonna go, Celsius? He's lucky. He comes right out. And he's gonna cast Firebolt at Vargus.
Yo, met Celsius?
Yeah.
Fuck!
Last game.
He
Yeah.
misses.
The last game.
I should have not gone to work.
We have befriended him.
Old Fig, your turn.
Is it possible to just for my turn, make this go away real quick?
To what?
Just for my turn, can you make this go away? So for my action, actually, Old Fig is going to go into Dandy's eyes as an action until the end of next turn, so I can see everything.
Okay.
Let me actually.
Okay. Well, I see where you are. Just tell me what you like to do. I can move you.
I want to be right here, right behind most, but still in the darkness.
There you go.
Okay. And that's all I can do, because that was my action. I guess,
Okay.
Can he see in the darkness? Maybe, probably.
You don't know.
But I'm going to go ahead and just bonus action hide in the darkness.
Okay. You could certainly try.
I can't get to my character sheet because of this, so I'm just going to roll a d20 through this. Then I will add +5 to that. Oh, 9.
Okay. You think you're hidden somewhere in the darkness.
And then I can,
Where's that?
I can
You're up.
see for the next turn, yeah.
If you wish to move a direction, roll a d8 and we'll, 1 being north and then clockwise around.
Okay. I'm just gonna try to get out of there then.
Okay, so you're going to go northwest. So 1's the very top, 8's going to be the one to the left of that. So up and over.
Yeah.
Here, I'll just assume you move until you get out. That makes it easy to see.
Yeah.
There you go.
That's all I'll do for my turn. I don't think there's much else I can.
Okay, that's all you want to do?
Yep.
Okay, fair enough. Back to the top of the round with Reynold. He is currently in the darkness. Let's see if he gets out.
I kill the boss.
You know, you probably will with the way you've been rolling. 1, 2, 3. He makes it out. 4.
Hunter, what are you going to do?
Who is the boss we're fighting currently? I'm intrigued.
Hits? 8 piercing. Okay, so this is Vargus. This is Leola's half brother.
Oh, okay. Okay.
I'll let them give you the spiel as to why later.
He's been going on and on about how Krell is going to save him and the world. Yes. Don't worry, I'm attacking him too. He disgusts me.
Who doesn't?
Vargus is up.
How big of an asshole is he?
He's been very douchey.
He killed.
Monologues.
He's the one that killed those two. He's the one that killed the 2 girls. He's the one that has the 2 wax elementals, and he just killed another guy. The same fashion.
Okay.
Yeah.
Ryan, if I don't get back for my next turn, I would like to close the gap and take a bite out of him.
Close the gap and what?
Take a bite out of him.
Take a bite of him? Okay.
You know what that means.
Yeah, I do. So I was gonna... Okay, we'll talk about it later.
Okay, yeah, but that's just if I don't get back my next turn.
Okay, so that's your next plan of action is to try and bite him.
Yep.
Okay, well, how much damage and what attack roll bonus do you have?
I know it's like a D8. I don't know what the attack roll is. I think it's probably my strength deck.
Alright. 1, 2, 3. He's going to bonus action Misty Step towards you, Krell, and brandish his Hex Blade weapon.
Ooh.
He's going to use his first action to hit you twice.
Alright.
I'm gonna go ahead and actually kill one of those. I'm gonna make one of those a 5.
There's an 18 hit.
An 18 will hit.
Did you say yes or no?
Yes. The 18 will hit me.
Okay, 18 to hit.
And his other one
He
automatically.
misses his first swipe, but it lands his second on you, dealing 6 slashing damage.
Alright. I'll take
And
6.
then, let's see. He's going to use his second action to cast the cantrip Mind Sliver. Holy moly. Make an intelligence saving throw.
Me?
Yes.
Alright.
Attacks only works for. Can't do a spell. If you have 2 attacks per action, you can't do a spell and a
I said this is his second action.
his second action. Okay.
Yes.
Yeah, he could be a fighter.
Oh, gotcha.
Alright, that's a 5.
Alright, that does not succeed. You will take
Knows where I am.
2 psychic damage,
Mhm.
and then on your next, let's see. And until his next turn, you will subtract 1d4 from any saving, like your next saving throw you have to make.
I took how much psychic damage again? Gotcha.
2.
2.
And then you will subtract 1d4 from the next saving throw that you make before the end of his next turn.
I gotcha.
And that is his turn.
Alright.
Leola.
That's the most damage I've taken this whole campaign.
Yeah.
That little baby hit.
Like
that
life
tap.
damage.
Things are gonna start changing out here because you guys are killing things way too quickly.
I'm down
Easily,
for that.
I should say.
Still gonna hide everywhere.
Yeah.
One hit from most things
Let's
will kill me.
see.
So I have decent constitution, actually.
She gonna do? She is going to move 2, 3. How many spells? So little time.
Okay.
She is going to cast a firebolt. That was a lot of thinking for just that, but sorry. And she does not hit. As her turn, Krell, you're up.
Okay. I'm going to. Is my blade in his chest or stomach or something?
Yeah, it would. Yeah.
Okay.
I guess, yeah.
I'm going to reach for the hilt of my weapon and pull it out of him.
Okay.
And now I'm going to. That's not a bonus action or anything, or is it?
Make a strength check.
Strength check?
Yes.
Would it be would it be charisma because I'm a hexblade and it's my hex weapon?
Yeah, sure.
Okay.
He's going to make a contesting throw.
That one.
Oh,
I mean,
okay.
he can
In that
still
case,
lose. He can still lose.
yeah. See, he's gonna make a contesting strength check, and he succeeds.
Okay.
He holds the blade in place, preventing you from grabbing it out and releasing from him. You see,
Okay.
when you accept Krell, the things you do become unlimited. Wait a minute. He
I'm
looks at
going to-
you kind of confused.
I'm going to
Something's
look.
different about you.
I'm going to look him in the eyes. I'm going to say, "Take a good long look at that blade in your hand," and I'm going to kick him in the chest.
Okay, roll for attack.
Hand still on the hilt.
Okay.
Unarmed strike. I mean, it probably won't go well, but still.
Ooh, that does not meet his AC, unfortunately.
Yeah.
Okay, -1 bludgeoning damage. You just gave him health back.
Nah, I didn't even hit him.
Okay, is there anything
I'm
else you can
throwing
do?
with my kicks. I don't have a bonus action, do I?
I don't think there's anything you can do unless you have something in your
Nah.
toolbox.
The only bonus action I have access to right now is Hex. And the way I see it, I really don't want to use that right now. I will end my turn there.
Okay. He is actually going to use his reaction
Mm-hmm.
when you try attacking him. Actually, you didn't damage him. Never mind. Okay.
Yeah, no,
Sure.
I didn't hit him.
Dandy, Dandy, your turn.
Andy will go ahead and, assuming that on Old Fig's next turn she'll be able to make it out of the fog, is the intention that she knows the direction to go. She's actually
Okay.
probably still facing. Old Fig is facing straight forward this way,
Mhm.
and Andy was looking sensing this way, so she knew where he was. Andy will go ahead and fly to the roof, to the tip top of this statue.
Okay.
That's Dandy's full movement,
Alright, there you go.
and then that's Dandy's turn.
Okay. Sir Everard, he's gonna have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Okay, that's his turn. Celsius is going to here and Firebolt. Actually, yeah, Firebolt. That hits. That will do. Good hit, Celsius. Good hit. What was that? Okay, Old Fig, your turn.
All right, Old Fig will take one step out of the darkness because she knows where to go.
Okay.
Right, and then she will go 5, 10, 15, 20, 25, 30, and do a magic missile first level at the only guy she wants to hit. 3 is 9 damage.
Okay, he's going to use reaction to shield.
So 0 damage.
Where's that? Unless you have anything else.
No, that's fine.
Okay. Where's that? Your turn.
Okay. So he's out of the black. I'm going to run up to him. 5, 10, 15, 20, 25. Let's see. Inflict wounds at first level.
Okay, go for it.
Oh, yeah.
And I miss.
Does not hit.
Alright.
For sure. Here you go. Use your bonus action for your spiritual weapon.
Is it here with me?
No, it would not be.
Yeah, that's what I'm thinking. I can't cast it again either.
All right. Oh, look who it is, Reynold. Just in time.
It's your turn.
I'm gonna wait for you to get in here.
Play Reynold von Gaz.
About time, dude. I feel like I'm playing your character more than you are.
Yeah, no, sorry.
It's okay.
Yeah, fuck you, Kits, you piece of shit.
Oh no!
I hope someone drives a fork truck into you.
I'll do that myself.
Fork truck?
Have at it, my boy.
It is
The
my
world is
turn.
your oyster. Yeah, it is. You're at the top of the round.
Most excellent. Alright. Are we aiming to kill or what with this guy?
Yeah, we're aiming to kill.
Alright. I'm
Old Fig's
gonna
aiming to kill.
whip out my longsword, rush over to him, and just impale it into him. And the moment that I impale it into him, I'm also gonna try to bite down on his neck.
He's
Okay.
not letting go of my sword.
Roll to attack.
Oh, that's a net.
See? Based as fuck.
guy.
You hit. You crit.
Okay.
Alright.
Alright, so go ahead and roll your dice the way you like.
Okay.
For your longsword attack.
Oh, not that. I need
Base.
beyond.
We are level 4 now. Sure.
Okay. I'll go ahead and just quickly do this attack as level 3 damage, just to get it out of the way.
Yep.
More D10. You're doing the max damage, right?
Yes, the max dice damage, then you roll again.
Okay.
Like if it's 2d6, you do 12 plus 2d6.
Yeah.
Okay. Yeah. Makes sense.
But the enemies will also do the same.
I feel like that's better than the way I do crits. Like, you do more damage this way.
Mm-hmm.
It makes your
Yeah.
crits feel more impactful.
It's more
It
guaranteed.
basically means that,
Yeah.
even if you roll a fucking 1, you're still doing
You're
crazy.
still a crit.
Yeah,
Yeah.
it's
Like what
fewer
I-
variables.
Yeah.
That's 14 piercing.
Okay, now the
One part of the brain is like, it's like, I
don't
want
know,
more
can be attack
dice,
on that.
but the other brain is like, this is better.
Okay, 1d20 plus 5. Plus 5. Okay. That's to hit on the bite attack.
Okay, that hits.
Alright. I'll just take the damage that I rolled for that. It's plus 4, so it's going to be 9 damage. 9 necrotic.
What you want,
Okay,
little
cool.
boy? What you want?
And I'm full health, so I don't even gain that HP back, but
Yeah.
take a good long drink. And that'll be my turn.
Alright.
Down to Vargus' turn. He is going to Misty Step into the blackness as a bonus action.
Does that take my sword with him?
Yeah, they would.
Damn it.
Give me 1 second, sorry.
As a reaction, I say, you bring that back here right this instant.
Okay, that was his bonus action. He's going to use one action to cast Eldritch Blast on you, Reynolds. It was a 19 hit.
Yes, it does.
Okay, good, but you're only taking 1 damage.
What?
Wait, that can't be right. What's going on here? Oh, yeah, that's right. Never mind.
Yeah.
Yeah, you're good. 1 damage, of course.
Okay.
And his second action is going to be another Eldritch Blast on Warzag. A 16 to hit.
Does not hit.
Excellent. Alright, that's his turn.
He's stupid.
Only. So, Dandy, you said you have blind sight?
Yeah, only Dandy can see.
How
Old Fig
far?
can't. It's 60 feet.
60, okay.
Yeah, so Dandy knows where he is, but Old Fig's not in Dandy, so Old Fig doesn't know where he is.
Okay. Leola's turn. She's going to lightning bolt the entire fucking circle.
It's a line attack, though.
That's okay.
Okay.
When you're trying to kill your brother, the rules don't apply.
I wish I would not do this. I'm gonna roll a dice. Let's see if it hits. Oof. It misses him. Okay, Krell, you're up.
Okay. Let me take a gander of my equipment. I have no other weapons. Okay, well then. I'm going to cast False Life. I rolled it on D&D Beyond, but if you want, I can roll it here. I got a
So
7
you-
on D&D Beyond, but I'll roll it here if you...
Can confirm it popped up as a 7 on D&D Beyond.
Was that alright, Ryan? I rolled it on
Wait,
D&D
say that again,
Beyond.
sorry. I had to turn on
I
music.
rolled a 7 on D&D Beyond for False Life, but if you want, I can roll it here.
Yeah, roll it here.
Okay. It does not consume a spell slot. Okay, so it doesn't automatically roll it. Alright, so it's going to be 1d4.
You take the 7. Take the 7.
Okay. Oh, it's 7 anyway.
Look at that.
Okay, that works. That works out.
Yeah, it
All
rolled on the D&D Beyond, so it said a 7.
Boom. Alright. Let me see. Do I have to see the target to hex them? Yes, I have to see them. I'm going to... Is this a little wall over here?
It does appear to be a wall, but, I mean...
Yeah, the illusion of that.
You did see Reynolds' arrow go through the statue earlier.
Alright,
So Dandy's not sitting on a statue?
No.
Okay.
Thank you for all the effort you put in this, Ryan.
Thank you. I love when you say that.
I am going to...
What made you...
5.
What stood out?
15.
No, I'm just saying, like, the last 2 sessions have been phenomenal.
Awesome.
30. End my
Are you
turn
enjoying it?
here. And I'm going to say to Celsius, you have a way to get rid of this darkness, right? You are a sorcerer. And that will be my turn.
I might be able to, but I haven't tried it before. This is new territory.
Alright.
Alright. Dandy.
Dandy's going to fly 1, 2, 3 forward, kind of make little flapping noises and gestures with her feet, and like, kind of like towards the darkness, then is going to fly back. That's her communicating with Old Fig using bat language.
Okay.
He's in the
What the
darkness. He's in the darkness. I don't know what that is.
Yeah, I don't know what happened there. Let me get rid of it.
It was you. You're
Get out of
right,
here.
right?
Me
Dandy's
and
turn.
him are both there.
Okay, so Dandy's trying to tell people where he is.
Yep.
Okay, and how did she do that again? Sorry?
I don't know. She just sort of flew up next to Old Fig, gestured with her feet into the darkness, and then flew back up.
Okay,
Not
do
necessarily
you
tell people,
understand
but
her intent? Like, would you understand exactly where she is?
I understand her intent. And we communicate telepathically. So even if we're not even if I'm not seeing
Okay.
through her, we communicate telepathically. So she gave it to me.
Okay, gotcha.
It's just flavor, yeah.
Alright, I will tell you only where he is.
Oh, you don't even need to tell me where he is. You can just say. She was just saying he's in the darkness.
Oh.
She's not able to
I mean, yeah.
necessarily pinpoint the exact.
Oh, okay.
She's just
Gotcha.
saying he's in the darkness.
There's
He's in the darkness.
Eli.
Hello.
Supposed to like
Eli.
over here.
Eli!
What
Get
you
in
doing?
here,
All
quick.
coming together.
Hey,
Finally.
I don't want to hear a single word from you, young man.
Just need to have Jesus pop
Hey,
on. And
I
we'll have
mean-
everybody.
You missed a lot of stuff.
Yeah, well, my computer almost caught on fire, so I don't want to hear it.
I'm gonna get you on fire.
Yikes. Sounds like not my problem.
Me joining your campaign's not my problem.
Whoa.
Take him out of here.
What?
He's not allowed to play anymore.
Yeah. See you later, Sir Everard.
Dead.
Server
Already dead.
dies from cardiac arrest.
He's already dead, allegedly.
He dies
Yeah,
again.
well,
from
you don't
cardiac
know
arrest.
I don't know that, but I, as Richard, suppose.
And I was ready.
Meta-wise, very dead.
Yeah, if I had said it in the Old Fig voice, then that would have been something to call out.
Alright, Standy, it's actually Sir Everard's turn. Coincidence.
So it's Dandy's turn? Or no, it's Sir
Dandy's
Everard's
turn. It's
turn.
Everard's turn.
Oh, really? It's my turn?
Yes.
Very cool. I'm just trying to get in here. It's taking a while for me to connect to the server. Ew. Are we in the marketplace?
Do
we do?
Of the theater.
Yeah.
Yeah.
What's here? What is that?
It's all an illusion. It's all an illusion. Bad guy's inside that. He cast that. Now he's in it. This is the half brother of Leola. This is Vargus.
Oh, shit. Okay, pop
The one
off.
that crucified those girls. He also crucified a dwarf. And you know all those people we saved last time? He killed all those too.
Wait, like
And-
the girls or...
Not the girls, but the prisoners.
Five
that
extras.
the 5 extra
What?
prisoners that we took. He
That's
killed all those guys.
son of a bitch.
Yeah.
I'm pissed. I'm so
He's in the darkness now.
He cast the darkness?
Cast in
Yes.
darkness, yeah.
And he keeps monologuing about Krell.
It's true. He do be monologuing.
He's a
I like
fucking... He's a Pixar villain, bro.
I love him.
Okay, I'm going to second wind.
Okay.
And 4. I don't think there's really much I could do, right? I mean, he's in darkness. I'm not gonna go in there and try and fight him. Let's see.
I whispered over to our friend here to deal with it.
Celsius.
Oh, what
Let's see. Okay. All right. I will just walk up to the circle here on the front lines, and that's all I do.
Okay.
Well, I guess I could prepare an action, right? If
Yeah, you certainly could.
Yeah, if he steps out of the circle or makes an attack on me, I would like to make an attack on him.
Okay.
A melee attack on me.
Okay. Celsius is going to do 1, 2, 3. Let me see.
The crawl.
He's going to bring both his hands up, facing the sphere. Everyone, cover your eyes. And he's going to cast Sunbeam. A beam of brilliant light flashes out from his hands in a 5-foot wide, 60-foot long line. Vargus is going to make a saving throw.
I'd like to use my reaction to cover my eyes.
To what?
To cover my eyes, to avert my eyes.
Okay, yeah, you can do that.
Will also cover my eyes, but I won't use my reaction.
Wow, he actually succeeded.
How are you going to cover your eyes without using an old fig?
I feel like it's a free action.
Not necessarily, because there's like fights where, or I think like things for like covering your eyes and your ears. The like with a banshee, you have
What's
to.
the concentration spell?
Yeah, that makes sense. But I feel like if your ally is doing attack.
Okay, so now there is a 60-foot line of light. Celsius, let's do.
It doesn't matter because my turn's about to happen, so I guess I will spend my reaction.
I just know I don't have anything. Action.
Cool. That's the line he made.
At the very beginning, before we fought the demon, did he counter spell her lightning bolt? Is that what it was?
Yes.
Okay. And he also, well, I guess he shielded my thing. Has he used another counterspell since?
I don't
think so.
He has.
I think so.
No.
Okay.
Okay, let me see. He takes half of that damage. Alright, there's a line of brilliant radiance extending into the sphere. When he cast it, the sunbeam struggled against the darkness but penetrated through, and fortunately no one else was in the line to get blinded. It is a very intense bright light. It's kind of like altering the vision of the whole illusion.
Alright.
That's a 6th level spell.
Yeah, Celsius doesn't seem to be any joke. So I'm like, do it. I kind of had Dispel Magic in mind, but...
Yeah, that's what I was thinking.
What's back?
You're telling me that Celsius had a magnifying glass on him.
Bazinga. Eli, I love that. You're like, he's a Pixar villain.
Yeah. Well, as soon as he was monologuing, I just pictured that redhead guy from The Incredibles. He's like, you caught me monologuing.
And he's just yelling at his sister. He's like, "You're not really my sister. You're a bad sister. You're a bad sister."
Okay, go ahead, Bullfig.
I see the Vargus.
Dandy, yes.
Old Fig cannot see Vargus.
So you still can't see him because of the way the darkness is working, but you know his general location from Dandy.
Okay. But I physically cannot see him, so I will go ahead and firebolt at him at disadvantage.
You are going to get with normal because of Dandy giving you a guesstimate.
Oh, a guesstimate? Okay, because I cannot physically see him.
Right.
Dandy told me he was in the darkness, and that's it.
Yep. Oh, okay. Well, if that's what you're going off of, then yes, it would be disadvantage.
Yeah, I would have to take my whole action to be able to see through Dandy and see him.
Okay. Yeah, it would be disadvantage then.
We'll do disadvantage, yeah. This is +8. Okay. Disadvantage is a nat 1. I shoot Celsius in the back of the head.
Nah, not quite. So either natural 1.
Natural 1, yeah. More fail added to the collection.
Ah, okay. You shoot your firebolt through the darkness. You don't know if it hit or not, but it feels like it kept going, and then eventually a thud. It stopped, as if it hit something. You don't know what, though.
It didn't hit someone. Alright.
You don't know.
I will go ahead and go 5, 15, 20, 25, 3. Bonus action. Hide. It's 5. 19.
Excellent. Good job.
Okay, I'm hidden.
You feel like you are hidden behind the statue.
Yeah.
Where's Zach?
Statue that's not real.
He's still in the black shit.
Yes, he is.
I would like to prep a first level spell for when he comes out.
Okay. What would you like to prep?
Inflict wounds.
Okay. Is that all you're doing?
Yep.
Okay. Back to Reynold von Gers.
Hey, Ryan.
What's up?
Where did that arrow land whenever it went through the statue?
You have no idea.
No clue.
Dan, do you know where it is?
Nope.
This
I'm
fellow
just
wouldn't
looking
happen to
for
be undead, would he?
Apple.
No, he is human. He is half elfin.
Okay.
Actually, you wouldn't really know.
I'm just gonna move around the... Ryan,
Yes.
can I use my bonus action to try and hear where this guy is in the
The void.
You could try. I will say the radiant energy that is currently emanating from the ground is kind of making a low hum, so it might be harder to detect footsteps because of the low hum.
So disadvantage.
Yes.
Okay. Disadvantage. Not great.
Okay.
7.
At this time, you cannot seem to detect where Vargus is in the circle.
Okay. Okay, yeah, that's gonna be my turn. I'm just gonna hold an arrow in case I see him pop out the back.
Okay. Now back to Vargus.
I want to see what this man can do.
Let's see.
So far, Eldritch Blast, Shield, and he's got
Counter
swords.
spell.
Yeah, counter spell. He did that
Counter
once.
spell. Shield. Darkness.
Swords.
Um,
He's Hexblade Warlock.
he's a Hexblade Warlock.
That's meta.
No, he.
Oh, he
Ryan
said
straight up said he uses his hex weapon. I was like,
he's really the Pixar villain. He's like, I'm a Hexblade Warlock.
Okay, yeah, no, that man is a Pixar villain. What the fuck?
He needs to watch Frozen. Learn something about Frozen really well.
let it go.
You sly dog, you caught me monologuing.
He's going to use his first action to cast another darkness spell right behind Celsius. Used last time. Oh yeah, the light
Is
source.
darkness a concentration spell? It is.
He's going to use his second action to cast Eldritch Blast twice. One for Sir Everard and one for Krell.
Okay. Does his other darkness go
This
away?
is Sir Everard. 10 to hit Sir Everard.
That does not hit.
And
I don't want to be. Quick question: if his darkness doesn't go away, then he has advantage because he's
He has
an
advantage.
unseen attacker.
His first one should go away though, because it's a concentration spell.
Yeah. If darkness doesn't go away, he might have some item or some thing that's letting him concentrate on two spells at once. So it's up to Ryan.
they are staying. As a 24 to hit Crow.
It probably had something to do too, like this is
Okay.
his illusion and this is his world and all that shit.
Yeah, 24 hits. How much damage do I take?
4 force damage.
4.
Am I good? Am I
You
not
guys
getting
did see the
blasted?
projectiles come from this general area of the sphere, where my mouse is currently circling over.
Okay. Did Eli also take?
It missed Eli.
Okay.
Oh, Eli, hold up. Before we continue, let's get you on my campaign.
Dandy would know how many feet away from
What do you
him
mean?
is Dandy.
Get you on my campaign.
He is currently about 20-25 feet away from Dandy.
Okay.
Closer to the middle of the spheres.
What's going on with Dandy? And also, what do you mean get me in your campaign?
Click this link.
On D&D Beyond.
Alright, that's his turn. Leola's up. She is in darkness. She is going to move right in a direction.
I thought I did that already. My bad.
5. Where will that take her? Alright, she is still stuck in darkness. Go, your turn.
Okay. So I've got a general idea of which direction he is.
Yeah, where the shots came from, they were over here.
So if I shot at him, would I have disadvantage?
Technically, yes, because you cannot see in there.
An unseen target.
Yeah.
Gotcha. Okay. Well, I do not have any AoE spells. I'm going to... Ryan, I am curious. I have an idea. It's a creative thing, but you could say no to it.
Let's hear it.
My sword is still in him, that being something metal. Would my witch bolt be attracted to that metal?
Yeah, I don't see why not. Is it electricity or is it magic?
Roll? It's a lightning damage spell.
Yeah, I would agree.
Okay. Would that make it a straight roll then?
Yeah, I would give it a straight roll.
Okay. All right, I'm going to step 5, 6, 7 behind Sir Everard. And actually, no, I was here. I'm going to go 5, 6, 7, because I don't know how far away this guy is. And I will Witch Bolt with a sorcerer spell slot. So that means I'm at 1 spell slot left. Witch Bolt, Witch Bolt, Witch Bolt. There it is. Does 19 hit him?
It does not.
What?
The Witch Bolt goes through the sphere and through the other side. And you don't notice any attraction. I mean, you couldn't see it anyway, but you don't feel it.
Yeah. Alright. Well, Ryan, I'm going to send you something to your message, and you tell me if I can do this as a bonus action. And that will end my turn. If I can do it as a bonus action, so be it. If I can't, don't worry about it.
You could do it.
Okay. I do that then.
Okay. Sir Everard and Warzag, you see Krell take out a vial and drink it.
What? No.
What?
No. I take. No. I take. I take.
Oh, I misread you. Oh, I'm so sorry.
Yeah.
I misread it.
No, you're fine. I was like what?
Okay, no. You see Krell take out the vial, and he dips a shooting dart into it.
That's it. All right, that'll end my turn.
And he
so
drinks it.
He drinks.
Hunter,
I thought
you
you
would
were
not
gonna
be
drink
able
it.
to see me through the darkness.
No, I wouldn't.
Dandy.
Dandy knows.
Dandy knows everything.
Okay. Do me a favor, Ryan. Will you hover
Yes.
over where Leola is?
No.
There.
Over here.
Okay. And then he is somewhere over here.
Dandy sees what sends him over here.
Okay. God, he's trying to kill his
Wait.
sister.
I thought you said that he
what
shot
about
the beam at me from here.
Celsius?
That's true. But he could also
Yeah.
move after his attack.
Then he moves, yeah.
Frick,
Celsius
that's
is
so
where?
lame.
Celsius is where?
Celsius is right around here.
It's right here.
That's where Danny's gonna go. She's gonna go in between. Move her so that she's right behind, in between Vargus and Celsius, immediately behind Celsius. And literally, she's a tiny creature, so she's hiding behind his body. Body is a shield, not even hiding necessarily. And that is Dandy's turn.
Okay.
Because Dandy's the only guy that can see this guy.
Alright, that is Dandy's turn.
And Dandy actually Dandy wants to do something else. Can Dandy do something else?
Yeah, sure.
Dandy will... Let me look at the turn order. That sucks. No, that's what Dandy's doing.
Sir Everard.
So was that light that Celsius put through there? Does that stop darkness since it's magical light, or is it gone?
It's still on the ground.
So does it stop darkness in that 5-foot area that it's at, that 5 by 60 area? Because doesn't magical light dispel
I wasn't
darkness?
able to see him. I tried to shoot at him.
So this light is technically sunlight. I'm not sure if it's magical. It probably is magical, but
It's a 6th
It is
level
not-
spell, so it probably supersedes it. But
I'm just going. 5, 10. If I walk through the light, will I see it?
yeah, but you also get hurt from it, so be careful.
From the light?
Yeah, it's radiance. It's radiating from the ground. It's a sunbeam.
Oh, so it's not just light? So do
No,
I
it's
see
a
it right now?
It's like heavenly light.
Yes, you would see it right now as you get closer to it. greatly obscured by the darkness, but still, you can still faintly see it.
Can I see anything around me?
No.
Alright, I'll just stand there and prepare an action. If something attacks me, I'll attack it.
Okay. Celsius, he is going to... Oh, I thought it's on. He's going to try and move out of the... Okay, he managed to get out. Let's see, as for his action, he would have saw slightly where he was. Disadvantage, fireball with disadvantage. Okay, he misses. Celsius' turn, Old Fig.
Old Fig will use her action to go ahead and look for Dandy. Then Old Fig will go ahead and use the Dragon's Breath again as a bonus action. My last second level spell. That is Old Fig's turn.
Okay. Where's Zag?
Yes.
It's your turn, brother.
Homeboy still in that black
He is.
ball? Man.
He is.
Is anybody hurt? Is anybody hurting real bad?
I'm not hurting bad, but I'm not at full health, which is uncomfortable.
I feel fine.
I'm going to cast healing cure wounds on Crow.
Wozag, pray the darkness away.
Thanks, fam. How much do I heal?
Should be in the. Does that work?
There, it just came up. I heal 8.
Yeah.
Thanks, fam.
Yes.
Hell yeah.
I am
Is that your turn,
support.
Warzag?
Yes, that is my turn.
Okay. Reynold Von Kurs, it is your turn.
It just sucks. There's no way to tell where he is. I guess that's my turn.
Would you like to hold an action?
Yeah, I'll hold a bow. Action.
Okay. So we have, let's see, Reynold is holding an action. Sir Everard, are you holding an action?
Yeah, I'm holding action.
Warzag is holding an action. Is that right?
Nope, I used my action. I couldn't hold it.
Okay, that is right. Rel, are you holding an action?
No.
Vargus' turn.
Does that hit him?
Your arm goes through him, and the silent image dissipates.
Alright. So...
I shout out. He's probably running he's probably running through the other end, and I shout that out for everyone to hear.
As the image dissipates, a wall of fire bursts from the sphere towards the center mass of you all.
Old Fig can physically see him. Where was he standing when he cast that?
Right here.
Here, okay. Which way is the wall of fire going?
Hold on. So it's touching all of the three of you.
Am I getting dunked on from this?
No, you're not.
Is Dandy getting dunked on from this?
No, Dandy is not near. This
Baller.
is not facing Dandy. Walls opaque and last for duration. Alright, so I need Wurzag, Reynold, and Krell make a dexterity saving throw.
Okay.
It's a nat 1.
Damn.
21.
Why didn't mine work? What?
10 feet of the wall.
I got a 5. Man, my rolls have not been it tonight, man.
Man, sucks to not be a ranger.
1v1.
No, actually, it sucks to be a ranger.
It sucks
Okay,
to
so
not
let
be
me-
a goblin.
It sucks to not be a bat right now. Okay?
Basically,
That's all.
Okay, so you
I'm
guys are
trying to
gonna
hit him with
take-
lightning over here.
I don't have anything that could do anything.
Okay, so Reynold and Krell, you are taking 18 fire damage.
I got a nat 1. Do I take double?
Ooh,
Would be crit damage.
that would be. Yeah, you will take
Yeah.
double.
Him concentrating on the wall of fire doesn't do anything to the other two concentration spells.
It does not. Reynold, Wurzag, take 18 points of fire damage.
Oh,
Krell, you take 32.
30.
Or 36.
36.
boys.
That. Oh. I am
I am unconscious.
unconscious. Let's see if Strength of the Grave kicks in.
I have 12 health left.
Do I have any?
That's okay. I have healing, so
I have no
have
capacity
to
to heal
make-
anybody, so
I have to make a charisma saving throw that's DC 5 plus the damage taken. So if I crit success, I don't go down.
Ryan, how many spells have I used during this?
None. I have not. I have
Okay.
not made you use spells. I've only made you use longbow shots.
So
I am unconscious.
And I did not track the arrows, so just assume the arrow count is the same as it was before.
No, you're completely out of arrows.
Well, time to meddle with my sword.
All right,
Is it only
22.
our
Oh, yeah, pop
characters
off.
that were affected by this? Was either Leola or
Yep. Only the 3 I mentioned.
Okay.
Okay, that is his turn. Oh, I actually took him off the fucking initiative list.
Warzog, did you make a noise as you went down?
I'm sure, yeah.
Oh god.
I'm burning alive. What do you mean?
Yeah, I would be making something along
I'm
those
getting
lines
burned.
too.
Leola is going to use her action to dispel the magic or the darkness spell that is currently around them.
Thank God.
I didn't do this 15 turns ago.
I'm gonna let Leola die now for that.
Yeah, she deserves it. Fucking bitch.
Krell runs over to Celsius and is like, Celsius, dispel this darkness.
And he's like,
Leola
no, man.
standing 10 feet away.
Are both circles dispelled?
Spike, why are you playing with your tail? You bingus.
No, it looks like it's just
No, only the one. Okay, that'll be your turn. Now, Vargus is exposed. Grell, your turn.
Make a death save.
Okay.
Um,
I thought you got back from Spare the Dying.
no, I had to make a crit success too because it
Oh,
was
really?
it was 5 plus 36.
Do you not have inspiration
was
for
the
anything?
save. No.
Oh.
All right, that's one fail, and I end my turn within the wall of flame, so I think I take another death fail. Correct.
Ooh, yeah. Ooh, yikes.
So I have 2 death fails.
Is any damage...
And its melee damage is automatically crit, which is
Okay.
2 death.
Cool. It's only melee. Cool.
Yeah, only melee.
That's what I was clarifying.
Where am I? That's my turn.
Okay.
Death fails.
Daddy.
Andy,
If nothing happens with that flame, I'm dead. Next turn. Regardless of... Unless I roll nat 20 on my...
okay. Andy will move 5 feet closer, fire off her thunder damage. So you make a 15 dexterity throw.
He succeeds.
Succeeds. And he flies 5, 10, 15, 20, 25. Complete her 30 movement. It ends her turn. It's her turn.
Okay. Wait, that still damages him, right? Just not fully?
Oh, that's right. I keep forgetting. That it's for half. Awesome that it's for half. So I guess 5.
Indeed. Okay. Sir Everard, let's see what you got.
Let's see. So both of you all made noises as you were knocked unconscious, right?
Yes.
All right. I'm going to just roll.
You heard screaming, and then you didn't hear screaming.
And now you just hear flames.
Is there a way I can roll like a D2?
For what?
Yeah. You can roll a d4 and then say odd or even the target.
Okay. How do you do that?
If you click on just a dice, it'll pop up the equation, and you can backspace the 4 and turn it into a 2.
Really? Sick. All right. If it's 1, I'm going to go try and stabilize Warzog. If it's 2, I'm going to try and stabilize Krill.
Okay. In the fire.
Yeah, fucking just get him out. I'll just pull him out.
We're also going to take damage from going into that fire.
Yeah, that'll be fine. Where am I? All right, I'm
You're
going to run
here.
to Krell's scream.
Okay.
Since I got a 2.
Yep. You
I'm
can
going to grab him and pull him out of the fire. So like this way.
In theory, I know this concentration hasn't worked the whole time, but taking damage from my attack, his attack would have potentially made him roll for a concentration check. I don't know if that's how this is working in this situation.
He does not need to.
Yeah, okay.
All right, and I would like to stabilize him. Do I have to roll for that, or does it just happen?
I think it's a medicine check.
Kind of have to just have a healer's kit.
But yeah. A healer's kit, if you
Passing
have
through
that.
the wall, you're going to take 5d8 fire
5d8? Wait, why do I gotta take 5d8?
There's a wall of fire.
I guess. I don't know then.
See how the rolls go.
This is Ryan's secret for how he's going to end the campaign. Before
I had to give you guys a harder boss fight. You guys have been steamrolling everything. And I was really afraid of potentially killing your characters, but now I'm gonna try and not be afraid of that. Alright, where is...
What can I roll to dodge the fire?
I don't think that's how the spell works.
How tall is the fire? Can you jump over the fire?
Yeah, can I just jump over it?
Oh, you got really lucky. That's only gonna be 10 fire.
20 feet high, unless you can jump 20 feet high.
I mean, don't doubt Sir Everard. So 15? Okay, I have 15.
You got really lucky.
No, yeah, I got 15 health. Alright, let me roll to stabilize, I guess.
Okay, do a medicine check. Ooh.
16.
You succeed. You stabilize Krell. Krell, you are back to 0 death saving throws.
Sweet.
Actually, would that put you at just stable or 1 HP?
Stable. Stabilizing
Okay,
brings you to 0 and no death saves.
Okay, perfect.
And then, I don't take death saves until I take damage.
Excellent.
But, yeah, I'm laying on the ground. I'm unconscious. I'm spread eagle on the ground.
Dude, Sir Everard just hears a scream and just literally just runs through this flame of fire, dragging him and trying to save his life.
Pretty
like
based, actually.
That's
I like
actually
to think that
fucking
you
Chad.
yelled tally ho as you ran through the flames.
I don't know if that's a Sir Everard kind of thing, but
No, we just need to make sure we get Warzag out of here. Okay, Celsius is going to...
I have 0 capacity to help anybody.
He is going to 1, 2, 3, 4 grab Warzag, and he is going to Thunderstep. To use...
Does that do damage to Riddle?
Yeah. That's my concern.
Oh, it's damage when he jumps, is that right?
Yeah, it would
that's
deal
right. Okay,
damage.
not Thunderstep.
Yeah. I think it would deal damage to Raynal and Warzag.
Yeah, 10
No,
feet
we're
of
not going to do that.
10
We're
feet
not
of the
gonna do
space
that.
you just left would make a Constitution saving throw. We need 10 thunder damage.
Alright, he is simply going to pick you up as an action and bring you out of the fire. Or try and drag you away.
Okay.
Since it was not your turn yet, you won't suffer the effects of the fire, but Celsius will.
oh my
what is Celsius human, Ryan?
12, yeah.
He might
As
have to
far as
roll
you
a
can tell.
strength. He might have to roll a strength check to carry
no,
me.
Celsius,
Orcs weigh
sorry.
400 pounds,
And he's wearing full plate.
and I'm wearing full plate armor.
Well, you made a good point, Warzag. He's actually going to dimensional door you out of there. Over here.
Okay. I'm trying to be fair.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Okay, that was his action, dimension door, so you are at least not out in the fire. Not in the fire.
Okay.
Old Fig, your turn.
I'm gonna go 1, 2, 3, 4. That is 20 feet of movement. I'm going to do my last spell slot. Ray of Sickness. 14 to hit.
Does not hit.
Does not hit. Great. And 2.
I'm gonna give it till 12:15. I have to get off.
That's my
Don't worry,
turn.
that's what we're aiming for. Oh, 12:15? Oh, that's really quick.
Yeah.
Okay. Well, we can always pick up where we left off.
No, y'all can keep going because my character's unconscious anyway.
Oh, that's a fair point.
Yeah.
Okay. Warzag, your turn. Actually, he hasn't stabilized you yet, so roll a death save. Yeah.
Alright.
20, come on.
Oh, that's a success. Nice.
Yes.
Excellent job, Warzag. Raynal von Kurs, back to you. Top of the round. You are in the fire. If you don't leave this area, you will take fire damage.
Alright. Time to fucking do some cool shit. I would like to once again draw my longsword and quickly dash towards Vargus.
Okay.
And I would like to leap over him in a spiraling motion, slashing out with my longsword.
Okay, I like it.
And when I land on my feet behind him, I want to be oriented to where I'm facing his back, and then I bite his neck.
Okay.
Why are you biting this dude so much, bro?
He's a
So I'll roll the
damn player.
sword attack. Oh,
Oh man.
No.
Oh man.
I did.
Old Fig, you have a portent.
I do not have a portent. I
You not?
used it already to save Tristan.
You actually used them all. Damn.
Yeah, I used to.
Real? Do you not have any
Even
inspiration die you can use?
Even then, he already rolled it, so I can't do it after he already rolled it.
I can't remember if I gave you it or not.
I don't remember.
I think I'm the only person who's gotten an inspiration.
No, it was just Old Fig and you, as far as I knew.
Yeah.
Okay.
Wait,
Okay.
Did you give me one for teaching Crow how to stake people? I thought you did for that.
I think you did, but I'm not certain.
Yeah, I feel like I gave you an inspiration at one point. I know I did.
I think it might have been that moment.
Yeah.
Okay.
You can use your inspiration here if you wish.
Alright, is it just a reroll or was it?
Yeah, just
Yeah,
reroll.
it's an advantage, yeah.
It's still not great, but something.
It's not
10
a very-
unfortunately does not hit, but it beats a nat 1.
Yeah, it beats possibly fucking up the vampire bite.
Okay.
Let's see, what is that? It's okay. Let me roll the vampire bite now. That's a success. A unnatural 20. It's
A natural 20, that does hit. Roll for bite damage.
D6 plus 4. D6 plus 4.
Hmm.
5 damage.
5 damage.
And I regain that in health.
Okay,
Whoa.
excellent. Jumping over Vargus, you miss your sword attack, but in his confusion, you're able to get the bite off on his neck as you clamp down, teeth grinding into his flesh. You hear him audibly moan out, "Argh!" as you draw blood, getting 5 health back to your hit point pool. He's looking very exhausted.
Delectable.
Vargus, he is going to fucking. Ooh, this should be interesting. He's going to Misty Step behind Leola. And he's going to grapple her.
Ironically, she probably would have been safer if we just left her in the Kingsman basement. All these people would be safer.
Yeah. We would be safer.
But would the
Wait,
country
Vargus
be
moved?
safer?
No.
What's up?
Vargus moved?
Yeah, he Misty Steps.
Misty steps.
So I don't
Yeah.
get an attack.
Unfortunately not. Behind Leola, and he successfully grappled her. He is now holding her in a chokehold against you all. Krell, your sword is still in his side, ironically.
I know it is.
It's like hanging away, and he's just kind of like slowly moving back with her.
I like to imagine that Krog will just like unconsciously hold up his hand, the sword will come flying to him like Thor in Infinity War. He'll like get all electric, and he'll just be like at 1,000 hit points.
I do have one
Why
more.
do you all persist?
Damn.
Why can't you just give in?
If only it was
So
my turn.
is she incapacitated or grappled?
She's grappled right now.
Which means literally nothing.
I could try to charm this guy.
Want to give him a smooch?
Yeah, he's not into
Give him a
biting. He
kiss?
prefers smooches.
I could use the charm spell on him.
Okay, that's his action. Leola. Oh, Leola's turn. Leola, you always were the stupid one. As she grabs his arm that's around him and casts Shocking Grasp. Ooh, successfully dealing 9 lightning damage as he gets fried.
Is she still grappled?
No, she broke free from that. Let's see, from doing that damage, he let go. He let go because he is now knocked out and down.
We're still in combat.
No, combat has ended now.
Want to run over here? Oh, wait,
Step back.
and just
Let's
every
see
6
this
seconds
away.
throw a firebolt at him.
Wait, no, let's not kill him.
Oh, we're killing
Wait, do we
him.
want to kill
He is
we're
laying
killing
on the ground with the sword in the side, and you
Too
see him
dangerous to
like
be left alive.
his on his left arm that Leola grabbed is a handprint of the shock. The bite on his neck is bleeding profusely, and you can see his breast becoming shallower and shallower.
Danny will also fly over, and she'll shoot him with a one last thunder.
Okay.
I just want to make sure he's dead. Death saving throw is not
Okay.
like
Does
that.
anyone do anything else while this is happening?
I am unconscious.
I am
That is
also
true.
unconscious.
Can I pick
Also true.
Krell up, or is
I'm
he just going to be
Wanting
unconscious
him
for a
to
while?
kill him.
I'm unconscious for 1d4 hours.
If
Then-
Richard doesn't kill him, I'm going to.
I mean,
I'm
I've gotten.
unconscious for 4 hours.
I attacked him with 2 different spells, so theoretically he'd be at 2 saving throws, assuming he takes those. So if you want to kill him, go for it before I take my next action.
Who?
Hunter's closest, so maybe Hunter.
Yeah,
He was who was asking about it. Yeah.
Hey,
I would
Eli,
like to take his head off.
you know what would be really neat, Eli?
What?
If you took that dart of mine that just rolled out of my hand and stabbed this guy with it.
Hey, Hunter, come down with me real quick.
I don't know if Sir Everard would think like that, but that would be hilarious.
I mean, you would have seen me prep it, and you would be like, there must have been a reason.
How is this guy concentrating at like 10 things at once?
I don't know.
I have no
Everard's a
clue.
knight. Knights don't fight like that, so.
My only my only complaint about this fight was none of us had anything to do with those fucking darkness spells.
Yeah. And I'm like iffy on the rules.
Yeah.
Simply the concentration thing.
I mean, he could just have an item that lets him cast it without
Oh
concentration.
yeah, that's fine. That's fine. My only complaint is none of us had any way to deal with it.
Yeah. I mean, there was even,
I don't
like,
have
I'm
any
so
AoE
lucky that I even saved you, man.
That's not strictly speaking true, Tristan. I actually had stuff that I was doing.
Yes, true.
I have a
But
bat that can see in blind sight.
I know, but you have to use an action to do that.
Oh no!
Therefore, making the rest of your turn kind of pointless.
I used a bonus action to give him lightning breath.
Okay.
She was just flying in,
Fair.
flying out,
Fair.
hiding behind Celsius, flying in, flying out, hiding behind Celsius.
Alright, so what's happening?
May I touch the statue?
You could try, but your hands didn't go through it.
That's what I wanted to know. That's good. That's what I want to happen. Because if we're really in the square, that's bad. If we're not really in the square, that's fine.
Okay. So, you guys killing him immediately?
I'm going to kill him.
That's up to Hunter. I did the first 2, and then he wants to do that 3rd one, then yeah.
Okay. Before you approach him, Leola's gonna turn to you. Make it hurt.
I'm gonna walk up to him, just kind of calmly, and I'm gonna take his left arm off with an upward swing, and then quickly
Okay.
rotate and take his head off.
Okay. Gelderovia style, I like it. Grabbing his left arm, you swiftly slice your blade upward, severing his limb, blood spurting out all across his face from his hanging arm. In your second swoop, you cut his head clear off, his head rolling down to the side. His body goes limp, and his marked tattoo on his right arm, which was covered by bandages before, has seemed to stop emanating and stop glowing. That's something you would have noticed before. I was stupid and didn't point it out.
Interesting.
I'd
It's
like
the
to
same
search-
symbol as the symbol you saw on the head of the wax elementals. The skull with the skull on top of an open book with abyssal writing, infernal writing.
Infernal.
Hmm.
Can I search him for magical items?
Ryan, can I
Yes.
read that writing?
Can you read infernal?
Pretty dang sure I do.
Oh,
Yes,
actually, I read Infernal. I'm sorry, I said Abyssal earlier, but it's actually Infernal.
I know Abyssal, Common, Deep Speech, Draconic, and Infernal.
Okay, give me one moment. Old Fake, go ahead and make a perception check or investigation to find any loot. As you guys, so looking at the emblem on his arm or the tattoo, the infernal reads Order of Krell.
Order of Krell.
You can read that too?
Mm-hmm.
Yes, it says Order of Krell.
Man.
Celsius
Yes.
by Leola. So that was a 14 perception. You
That's
do
me.
not find any magical items on him.
You know, I feel like Celsius and Leola have been very nice to me, considering I've been a dick, and I've said my name is Krell.
Speaking of that, Celsius talks to Leola. So I assume your half-brother meant Krell was the masked man. I don't know anymore, Celsius. I just want to go to bed. So you know
I
more.
will go ahead and I'll give her those
As-
that strawberry water again. I'll prestidigitate my wineskin for strawberry water.
Okay. As when you killed him, this whole facade would have turned you back into the Castle Tuscany entrance.
What the hell is that?
That's what we killed.
Demon. Sword.
Well,
How did that get there?
I'm just like-
Celsius used summon lesser demon, summon greater demon, one of the two.
you mean Vargus?
Vargus,
Oh,
yeah.
I was about to say, why is Celsius doing that?
Celsius is chill, we like Celsius. It's just
Word-
Just snapping. Just. Warzak, how long you out for? 1d4 hours. Roll it.
1d4 hours. Was I ever brought back to life?
Yeah, you would have been brought back. You would have been stabilized.
Yeah.
Okay. 1d4 hours.
Okay. Back at the castle entrance.
1.
This one.
Right.
Works and take a hit.
Okay, so you guys would saw that the Infernal says the Order of Krell. Old Fig do not find any magical items on him.
See.
Krell and Warzag are both stable, although they need attention. And Celsius and Leola are fine. Okay.
I would like to go over to Warzag and cast Cure Wounds.
Oh, yeah.
Okay, Warzag, you are back unconscious.
Dope.
So, Celsius,
Old Fig, my, you all have such
Yeah.
exciting lives.
you wouldn't happen to know what that was?
Well, until yesterday, I had no idea what the Order of Krell. But it's apparent this masked man that Vargus seemed to rant on about seems to be the culprit. So, another tab I have to keep open.
Do you know how he gave us the fake terrain?
Oh, I haven't a clue. That's a question for Leola.
Leola, do you
Which
know
he
how he
chimes
gave
in.
us the fake terrain?
Like me, he mastered the illusion magic.
How's everybody feeling? I feel pretty good. Full health.
I'm laying there unconscious.
My tummy don't feel no good. I'll be caught on fire. That shit hurt.
That
Do
shit
you like some
hurt.
strawberry water?
It's strawberry water.
I'll gotta offer him my prestidigitated wineskin.
Cool.
Tastes like strawberries.
Okay. I mean, orcs mostly drink grog, but hell yeah.
After you almost die, something sweet's always nice.
Yeah. I
Sir
thought
Everard?
I was about to die. I didn't think Ryan would have made Celsius come and save me.
Oh yeah, Celsius is gonna help a homie out.
Yeah. That would have been wild if Warzag died. I'd be like,
Yeah.
damn.
That's your best character. I'd be sad.
Don't be afraid to kill me, Ryan. I'm
We'll
a
see.
good character.
That was the. So this was. Okay, let's roleplay the reds, and then we'll talk about the post discussion.
Okay.
Well, I'll get rid of whatever this is. Celsius, give me a moment. Oh, very well. I am exhausted. I don't know how you all get any sleep with such exciting lives.
I could do with some sleep right now.
Leola, you sure don't have any more half-brothers around? No, just the one.
Not anymore.
Righto. Celsius walks up the stairs.
And just make yourself.
Leola gets down on her knees and just sits there at the side of her younger half-brother.
Do you care
Old
to
Fig,
bury
why
him?
do you think things happen the way they happen? Are they predetermined?
Oh,
Or is it our actions that lead us on the path we choose?
that I think is the mystery that I'm looking to solve. I went on I went on this quest to find something. So far, I found friends. I found family. But sometimes I have visions of the future, as you know. Yet other times I'm able to twist the future to a desired outcome. It is the mystery that I've been searching for. I do not have an answer for you.
I know I said I hated my brother for his elven properties, but I just never think he turned out to be something like this. And she kind of like rubs her eye a little bit.
I think hate him for his actions. Hate him for his twisted ideals. But at his very core, just like all of us, we all could be very well completely twisted. Perhaps the fucking Nexius and Glossius and all these people Galvanors, thank you. Perhaps the Galvanors have the right ideal. We're the Twisted Ones, but we've seen what we've seen. We believe what we believe. So we're the same
I
as
guess
him.
you're right.
Different, but we're all the same.
I still have my girls. That's all I'll need. Thank you, Old Fig. As she stands back up and heads upstairs. Actually, no, she's going to pick the body up and carry it out.
We're gonna do something with
No,
that.
we're not leaving the dead body just hanging there.
Pretty
Some of the
strong
girls,
woman,
Where's my
some of the girls
sword?
are coming back from like the first floor, like are hanging underneath the grand staircase and just like quietly observing. Who said something?
Where's my sword?
It's still in his abdomen.
I would pull the sword out and I would put the sword with Krell.
Thank you. Somebody cares.
And then, just as a note on whatever happens with Krell, I'm gonna have myself and Warzog and maybe Sir Everard, whoever's strong and can carry him, and we'll put him in a real bed on the first floor with everyone else.
Who,
Yeah,
or Krill?
I could just do that.
Krell, yeah, Krell won't be sleeping in
Okay.
the tower tonight. Full circle, Tristan.
I could just,
Yeah.
fireman carry him to a bed.
Yeah,
I'm not gonna bridal carry him.
I walked him to his tower last night, and tonight I'm in a real bed.
Sleepy by Crow.
Okay. Krill, come with me.
Hold on, I'm brushing my teeth.
I want to brush your teeth for you.
Shiny
Oh.
teeth in me.
So you all are finally resting. Is that correct?
Yeah.
Maybe.
Okay.
Where's
Excellent.
Ags out? Wherever he landed,
be
he's
slumped.
out. He's slumped.
I'm going to go find a room.
An immovable object.
All right. Well, while he's finishing brushing his teeth, congratulations. You have completed phase 1 of the campaign.
What do I win?
Yeah, what do we win?
You win the ability to go on to phase 2.
Crow almost
I
didn't
can't
make
eat that.
it. Crow almost didn't make it to phase 2.
I have information, but I wouldn't share that information until Crow's round 2. So
Okay, that's it. You guys are finally getting some overdue rest. Your plans to follow the justice have slightly changed, but that's a conversation we'll have for next time. So I think we'll end it there.
Okay.
I can't believe it. I can't believe I rolled a nat 1.